We're live.
Okay, and as you can see on screen, there is a very shitty map of the campaign world.
I quite like this map. This map brings me back to old times.
Yeah. Actually, it feels like prepping. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Alright. At any rate, welcome back to Ashes of a Charlatan, everybody.
Woo! What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we have a very special session. Instead of the usual characters, we're going to be seeing what Alexander Anderson has been up to.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
This is not where we left. Okay, that's not where we left Alexander off.
Oh no, Alex! Wait, we lost him. We lost Alex already.
no.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, here we go. That's not it either. Trying to figure out where was the prologue. Alright, yeah, it was probably there. Alright, anyway. Last time with Alexander Anderson, he arrived in the ruins of Silverthorn, literally literally on the opposite end of the city that Silvanna was at. If he had just gone about a mile to the northwest-ish, this whole thing would never have happened. He saw the devastation, he wanted to figure out who did it and why. He consulted with a gold dragon oracle who was injured fighting a Charlatan. And she told him that the culprit, the reason, the person behind the Charlatan was none other than his old friend Silvanna. Alex was horrified, but decided to go find the truth out for himself. And as he went out, he met Tiamat herself in human form. She was shuffling a Tarot deck, and she revealed to him that Silvanna had hidden herself after the Charlatan incident, and that finding her would be no easy feat. But she suggested that since the Nagpa were apparently working with her, they could try to track the Nagpa down, and through them find Silvanna.
Yep.
So the Tarot deck led them to their first clue, the Amber Temple in Barovia. But before we do that, on a distant world somewhere very far away, there is a child hero. His name is not important because he's not going to survive this session.
I figured as much.
Oh, man.
But he has been given a special magic sword, and he was told by the Empress, who was conveniently about his age, to go out there and save the world, gosh darn it. An evil force known as the Dark is coming to consume the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this whiny brat has suffered many trials on his way here to this point. He stubbed his toe in the swamp of inconvenience.
I want there to be. Can we please go to the swamp of inconvenience?
Yes, please.
I want to go there so bad.
His bootlace became untied on the plains of annoyance, and on the mountain of clumsiness, he dropped his ice cream.
Oh man!
1,000 feet off the ledge.
Oh no, not the ice cream!
Yeah. Every time he actually encountered something truly dangerous, truly awful, he would always get Deus Ex Machina out of it somehow.
I see.
Nobody quite knows how, but even he is not sure how. He just thinks I'm the chosen hero. That's why I can succeed at all these things that no 13-year-old boy should reasonably be able to do.
Right. Yep.
Now I need to. Okay, so what music do you guys think should play when he confronts this ultimate evil?
Heavy metal music?
It should be very cheesy fantasy music.
Yeah, go for the cheese. Like if we're going for like the
Or
classic
even.
like 1980s,
Yeah.
we should go for very cheese. Like
Yeah,
we're looking
I'm
for
looking
cheesy
that up.
fantasy.
Like
Anything Final Fantasy could work.
Yeah, Final Fantasy could work.
Could.
And then once he gets wrecked, you can change the music and do very dark fantasy music. Sorry, kid, this ain't your show, kid. Your plot. Your plate armor has run out.
I mean, I gotta freaking find. Like, do you have any like suggestion? I don't know the Final Fantasy soundtrack. Like literally.
You could just type in battle theme for FF10. That would probably be fine.
FF10. Let me look that up.
That's pretty cheesy. I like it quite a bit.
I'm looking.
My favorite part about FF10. Ha 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 ha.
Oh yes, I got to show my sister that for the first time, and she hadn't heard about it, and her jaw dropped to the floor when we went through that cutscene. It was amazing.
Yeah. All right. So, let me set the scene here.
Okay.
On a cliff facing out near a seemingly infinite gulf, there's a crumbling castle. Our 80s boy hero is climbing through, his magic sword clutched in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of at the uppermost point is just a flat, open expanse of stone, of worked stone, with crumbling stone pillars lining either side of this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Standing on it, facing the gulf and the roiling clouds therein, there's a humanoid figure standing about 7 or 8 feet tall, clad in ochre robes. He's apparently reading from some book in a voice no louder than a whisper. And the hero, our boy hero, our stupidly brave boy hero, pulls out his sword and he points it at this ochre figure. He says, "Give me a moment."
He said, "Give me a moment."
He's like, "Yeah, give me a moment."
Give me a moment.
For this. I know who you are, foul villain. I've come to kill you and save the world.
Oh man.
And then his theme music plays.
Here's the music. Just drop the beat.
There we go.
Yeah,
man.
there it is.
Oh god, this is actually pretty cheesy.
I know, that's why I picked it. See, I knew.
Oh,
I
man.
knew.
And the voice says, "Turn around and face me, so I may fight with it, so I may know the face of my enemy. So I can look you in the eye as I stab you through the heart and kill you."
Oh man.
This music fits so perfectly.
Yeah. The timing's so right.
And then the music is going to stop right there.
Damn it.
Because the figure turns
It's gonna go bad very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The figure turns to face him. It stops its whispering, stops its chanting, and it turns to face him. Yeah. Now let me see. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. This is what he looks like. I'm posting it in Discord right now.
Let's see how our 80s hero boy child, what is he up against?
Well, you remember that preview of a drawing I posted?
Oh, Jesus.
This is the fall. This is the full drawing.
Oh man. Wow.
That's so good.
I think he's fucked.
I think he's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
So the creature turns to face him. The first thing that the boy notices is that this thing has no face. It's wrapped up in bandages. The second thing he notices are the gray tentacles coming out from his left sleeve and from under his robe. They're coated in some kind of slick slime.
Oh man.
And despite that, it doesn't seem to stain or even damage in any way the ragged book that that this thing is holding. The figure looks at the boy, looks him up and down, and whispers, "Why have you come?" The boy says, "I'm here to slay you, and then I can take my place as a hero in the history of this world. I'll marry the Empress. I'll be king, and everything will be right with the world." And the figure just shakes his head, saying, "My, but you do have such pure motives." And then he starts to turn away again. And the boy says, "No, face me! Fight me! I'm gonna beat you! I'm gonna take you down!" The figure turns back and just not even caring at this point. He says, "I was told to fight in only two circumstances. The first is in self-preservation. The second is to fight any who would delay the coming of the dark." And then he just turns away again. And the boy says, I'm here to stop the dark. So fight me.
Oh, man.
And the herald says, "I will not fight you because you do not pose a threat to me. You cannot kill me and you cannot stop the dark."
Stop.
Yeah.
Place your bets.
Yeah, the boy,
Oh, man.
he sort of lowers for a moment as he's just realized that he's just being utterly dismissed by this figure. And then but then this just gets his dander up more than anything. He charges, just screaming like, "Yeah!"
Yep.
Anime style. Nice.
Yeah, anime style. As he does, like the figure just casually just steps out of the way, and from under his robe, one of the great tentacles lashes out, grabs the boy, and trips him and sends him sliding face first across the stone.
Nice.
And as the boy reaches the edge, he loses his grip on his sword, which goes tumbling off into the infinite gulf below. And he's like, "No, my sword!" And the figure just looks at him, just sighs, shaking his head. And he tries to turn away, but the boy gets up and immediately runs, just screaming like a lunatic. The figure, just reaches out, just holds him on the head, and the boy's just pushing against it, swinging his arms futilely.
Yep.
The ogre figure just looks down and asks him, What is your problem? Why are you doing this? The dark isn't evil. It's not this horror that needs to be stopped. Yes, it's ominous, but it's a benevolent and generous force. Accept it, and it will bless you the way it has blessed me. The voice says, "No, I was chosen to be a hero. There was a prophecy my mom used to read me every night. And it predicted that I would be a hero." The figure just stops for a moment and pushes him back. And pushes him back so he can look down at him properly and says, "A prophecy? Really? What did it say? What did this prophecy say?" And the boy, he straightens himself up, looks this figure at where his eyes would be, and he says, the prophecy went like this. When evil screams throughout the world, when all the galaxies converge, when all that's fair and fine seems lost, a hero will emerge. And I am that hero!
Okay.
The figure seems taken aback, and he says, You're quoting a children's lullaby to me.
Yep.
That's not a prophecy. Right. That's literally a lullaby. But how stupid are you?
Pretty stupid.
He's a kid. Pretty stupid.
And the boy says, I'm going to slay you. I'll prove that I'm a hero. And as he charges, the figure just shakes his head and says, "You know what, I've had enough of this." And he just holds out his hand. It doesn't even need to speak a word, but a telekinetic force blasts the kid, smacking him in the chest and sending him tumbling backwards. As the kid comes to his rest on the opposite end of the platform, the figure raises a hand and tentacles rip their way out of the stone and wrap themselves around the kid's arms and legs, pinning him in place.
Tentacles.
The figure then walks over to the child and looks down at him and says, You failed. You have not stopped me. You failed. You're a failure in every sense of the word. But as I said, the dark is not an evil force. It is a generous and benevolent force, and it is far more forgiving than you will ever be. Look, behold, it comes. It comes for you. It comes for this world. It will bestow its gifts upon you, whether you like it or not. Look at it and know the truth.
Never.
The boy
a good
looks
sign.
at it.
No.
The boy looks at it, it squints, and then his eyes widen as the truth, as his position as a barely evolved ape in the middle of an uncaring universe suddenly dawns on him.
Mm-hmm.
And the figure says, yes, you may consider it horrifying now, but believe me, child, believe me, you will see. With blinded eyes, you will see the truth. With a fractured mind, you will know it. And with a ruptured throat, you will sing its praises. The child just, his eyes widen at those words. And as he sees this, as he sees it draws closer and closer, he realizes that his body is starting to change in response to the dark's influence. He thrashes wildly against the tentacles, trying to break free, but he's just a kid. He's really got no chance.
Mm-hmm.
As his form begins to warp, as his flesh takes on squirming life of its own, there is nothing he can do but stare in horror and scream as the dark overtakes his world. On the far side, the influences of the dark begin to spread on the far side of the world. The 7 silken mages of the Silver Towers, along with large groups of volunteers, look and they know their boy hero has failed them. But they were counting on it. They knew it would happen, and they were counting on it. They complete the ritual. Their souls and the souls of their volunteers fracture and shatter and scatter across the universe. The sages know they will never remember who they once were. Their souls will never be whole again. They will never know peace in an afterlife. But they hope against hope, that the fragments of their souls will be enough to inspire heroes to rise up, to stand against the dark.
Nice.
And one of those souls streaks towards a world, the same world that Alexander Anderson and Tiamat are struggling up the sides of a snowy mountain. As it's they don't notice, because due to the thick clouds, they don't notice the meteoric flash in the sky that marks the fragments passing. They had attempted to teleport right to the Amber Temple, but something threw them off. They don't know what. They don't know what threw them off, but as they struggle up the side of as they struggle through the snow of the side of Mount, well, it's not really much of a struggle up the side of Mount Gacchus. First, neither of them can feel the cold, their deities. The second thing is that Tiamat is just holding out her hand, and she has conjured up a spectral red dragon's head that's breathing a continuous stream of flame and melting a path through the thick snow.
That's my cue.
No, you don't need to do that. You just
kidding.
Yeah, so Alexander, do you have anything you want to say?
We've just been traveling with just together through this storm.
Yeah, you attempted to teleport right to the Amber Temple, but you instead teleported onto the path to the Amber Temple in the middle of a snowstorm.
I would probably just say while we're walking, I'd be like, back in thousands of years ago, it was a lot easier to teleport. You actually ended up where you wanted to.
Yeah, Tiamat says, yes, well, something is throwing us off. Something threw us off against our will. It's not easy to thwart the will of two deities.
I kind of nod. Certainly not. I kind of I'm trying to keep an eye on if there's things in the distance, things following us, stuff like that. I'm always keeping one eye on Tiamat, never keeping her out of my sight.
Yeah, there's nothing that's following you in the distance, but eventually you see the front of the Amber Temple through the snow. It's, again, the 50-foot high structure, the alcoves containing the 20-foot tall, hooded, faceless statues of the ancient wizards that built this place. It's a familiar sight. You haven't been here in thousands of years, but it still stands exactly as you remember it.
I just look at it, I say, at least this still stands.
Yeah, Tiamat just says, yes, it's surprising what stands and what doesn't in this day and age. As you walk towards the entrance, an enormous figure just looms up out of the snow, and you hear a voice. Hear a voice as it speaks to you. It says, "Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the Amber Temple."
Oh man! Oh my god!
What am I looking at?
Looking at a gigantic Andrew Sphinx looking down at you through the snow.
Oh god, this fucker again.
Oh man!
How you doing? You doing good?
Well, Alex has never met this guy, so he's like...
Tiamat's spectral dragon head just literally fades away. She's so stark. She just looks at Alexander and says, "You've been here before, haven't you? Is this a friend of yours?"
No, he seems to be new and quite annoying.
I was charged by Exodanta to guard the entrance of the Amber Temple.
Can we destroy him? Please tell me we can destroy him.
Exodanta, the lich in charge of the Amber Temple.
I think I know him, right? We were friends.
Know him. Yeah, you're friends actually with him. Ironically.
Yeah, okay.
Strangely.
I look at the Sphinx and go, yes, I am an old friend of the master of the temple. I'm simply here to...
You're
enter.
Alexander Anderson, aren't you?
Man.
Yes, that Alexander is doing the most, like, annoying child stare at this Sphinx, and it's like, yes.
You know, I met your friend Silvanna Undershine, right?
Okay, the moment he says that, my expression changes. When? When did you meet her?
Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Back then, I was guarding a place called the Wandering Library. Except apparently, I was supposed to vet every visitor that walked in, and one of the visitors there tried to kill her. So I was fired from that job, and Exodanta was nice enough to hire me.
I'm surprised
you
you've been
frozen fish.
God damn it! It's all coming back. Alexander does say he does keep a note of the Wandering Library, and he does say, "I'll have to check that out."
Yeah, Tiamat's just like, She just nods. You see Tiamat nodding to herself as she's listening to all of this.
I look at the Sphinx and say, "We simply need to go talk to your master. So we will be making our way now."
All right, enjoy your stay. Don't try to attack people. I really need this job.
I will resist the urge as I just stare forward like Alexander's not even giving him any time of day. This guy, nope, and it's just moving forward.
All right. So you step into the frozen entrance. Step through the frozen entrance, down the icy stairs. You see the 4 black marble columns supporting the vaulted ceiling. You see the statue of the faceless 40-foot tall god. The temple is just as cold, just as quiet as you remember.
Yep, like it definitely is a feeling of mixed emotions for Alexander as he walks through the Amber Temple. I think part of him is kind of upset to a certain extent that this temple, like Barovia, seems fine. It seems stable in comparison to what happened to Silverthorn.
Yeah. Well, you hear the doors open to your right, and out steps Alexander. He looks at you and says, Alexander Anderson, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It's good to see you, my old friend.
It's good to see you too.
We have a bit of a mission that I'm trying to complete.
What is it? Perhaps I can help.
Well, I'm trying to find a friend of mine. You've seen her before. She calls herself Silvanna.
Silvanna, yes, I've heard about her. You know that apparently the girl's built up quite the following. A couple of her friends come to visit this temple every so often, looking for knowledge, to consult with the vestiges.
Our friends, I see. When would they be showing up? Have they already showed up recently, or are they coming?
It's been about a decade since they last showed up. They might show up again in the next 20 years or so. It's usually like every 30 years or so they come by. On average, it varies. One time it was a good 500 years before they showed up.
What was the last place that they went to when they came here?
He thinks for a moment. One of them actually wanted to go see the vestiges. That was the last time I remember.
I have a thought. And I'm going to make my way towards the vestiges.
All right, he says, I'll take you to the one that they wanted to see. Come with me.
Okay. I'll follow.
All right. He follows you. He leads you, and he leads you to a room of amber glazed walls and dark green, with amber glazed walls and a ceiling, and a floor of dark green marble. And there are 3 amber sarcophagi standing in alcoves. One to the south, one to the east, and one to the north. He points to the south one, and he says, "That was the one they came to last time."
I check it. Do I remember what that one did?
Exetander's about to explain. He's going to say, for some reason, they needed a gift, the dark gift of Xantras, the Kingmaker.
The Kingmaker?
Yes.
Are the spirits still connected?
I'm sorry?
Alexander is asking, are the spirits still connected to the vestiges? If I want to have a conversation with one of them, would that still be possible?
Alexander says, I don't know. I've never tried.
Well, I guess we're about to find out. And I'm going to go and see if I can talk to one of them.
Alrighty. So you're going to put your hand on the sarcophagus, and deep within you hear the voice of Xantras. You remember the last time you were here, you guys were basically bullshitting with the vestiges.
Yeah, we were fucking around with all the vestiges.
We're just talking.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah. What do you have to offer? And just...
I remember that. You two were window shopping, and Alexander was like, I ain't touching any of this shit.
Yeah. Well,
so
you're
for the
touching
first
them
time
now.
you touch it, deep within you feel a dark presence uncoil from inside of the sarcophagus. You hear its voice inside of you. Well. Such darkness within your soul, Alexander. For a sip of that, I could grant you great power to supplement what you already have. So much in return for so little.
He says that to me, and I say,
Yeah.
I don't need power. The power that I have, I honestly don't even really want anymore. But what I do want to do is make things right, and I need information from you.
Very well. What would you like to know?
The people who showed up here 100 years ago,
Did they say anything, what they wanted, where they were going? I need information.
It was only a wizard of sorts. Nothing particularly fancy. He wanted a greater force of personality, and I gave it to him in return for the delicious darkness of his soul.
What was this wizard's name?
This wizard's name was Vance.
Vance.
Yes.
Did he mention where he was going?
No. Why would he mention that to me?
I just thought I'd ask. To be honest, I'm trying to get any leads that I can at this point. But a name is a good start.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Before I leave him, I do want to ask, and did Silvanna ever come back here? Did Silvanna ever talk to you?
If she returned, I never saw her. She never came to me.
Kind of bite my finger for a little bit. Alright. Thank you. I appreciate the kind gesture. And I take my hand off.
All right. As you do feel like some of the despair has actually lessened a little. And you realize that while you were talking with this vestige, it actually siphoned off some of your dark feelings into itself.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. As
I do
payment,
feel-
apparently, for its information.
Well, Alexander did have a lot of emotions and stirring feelings at the moment. So Anderson is just going to think if there is any way, conceivable way, that he could use a name.
Tiamat is going to saddle up to Alexander and say, "Remember, Alexander, we know the Nagpa. I know the Nagpa worked for Silvanna. If we can find them, we find her.
I know.
So we have two different leads to pursue."
I just want to get this over with and quickly. I just don't want to have to. It looks like I'm going to have to, but I may have to go and interview these vestiges to see if I can find the information that I need.
Yeah, she's going to say, "All right." It's just that you interview them. Maybe one of them is connected to the Nagpa in some way. I don't know.
Maybe.
Meantime, I'm going to go see if this place is a library of sorts. And if it does, I'll take the books that I need and find a treasure chamber to read them in. Don't laugh, I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon, after all.
No, that's
I
me.
never pictured it. I do. Well, I do kind of chuckle.
Yeah,
You know, for a god of chaos, I never expected you to be a bookworm.
I'm also a god of greed.
Knowledge is powerful these days, isn't it?
Isn't it? Knowledge gold is power. Oramus protestus. Gold is power, but knowledge gets you gold. And then she silkily just walks out of the room.
Okay, as soon as she leaves the room, I'm gonna go check because apparently I have every paladin spell.
Yeah.
So I just want to see if I can communicate to Zahanther.
Exthanter, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
I want to see if I can communicate to him because I don't like her being in the library alone. I'm not a fan of that.
yeah. Exthanter's going to say, "No, don't worry. She goes to any book that's removed from the library loses all of its text. A failsafe to make sure that the knowledge cannot be stolen from the temple. I can disable that feature, but I don't think I will."
Duly noted. You don't mind keeping an eye on her for me?
Of course not. And then he follows her.
Well, I will say before he leaves, one last thing. I want you to actually keep track of what book she's reading. I'd like to know what knowledge interests her.
Exthanter nods. And he follows her.
All right, I will start my interview. My little detective case
Nice.
begins.
Let me find some noir music here.
Yeah.
All right. Here we
Everything
go.
turns to black and white, and there's always wind blowing, and it's always raining outside. Why?
Well, actually,
Because I
snowing
can't.
Gets a
here.
noir feeling.
Well,
man.
I'm gonna fix that. I'll go outside and I'll change the weather to rain with my control weather.
Nice.
All right, you go.
It's always got to be raining. Come on,
Yes.
if we're going noir, it's always got to be raining.
Yes.
All right, you cast control weather, and
Yep.
rain begins to fall.
Nice.
The jazz
It was-
begins to play.
It was a night like any other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will go up to the next vestige.
Are you
on
doing
my list.
narratives? Like, like in the noir movies, they always do narratives.
Oh yeah, like definitely.
I went up to the next vestige.
Yes.
This one
Nice.
was Dalvarnar, he of the many teeth.
I don't really like it. That's all.
I put
knew
my
that if I
hand on the
accepted his
vestige.
bargain, I would lose all my teeth.
Oh god, yeah, yep, I remember him.
Nice.
Put the hand. Why, hello there.
What do you want?
I'm
What
looking.
business do you have with us? And when he speaks, it's like he has no teeth at all.
Yep.
It's funny, the moment that he starts talking, I go like, yes, I remember this. I'm looking for information. My curiosity has... Who was the last person to talk to you?
The last person to talk to me was Silvanna undersigned over 2,000 years ago. You should remember you were with her. Real
Okay.
too.
Good to know. And the moment he says that, and that was the last person, I'm like, okay, take the hand off.
He took his hands off
so-
the vestiges.
So there's only 3 vestiges of.
We're gonna be here for a while. I'm trying to make it so that you guys aren't just
No,
like
this
watching
is
the noir.
amazing,
This is going to be.
Yeah.
Those are like just 2 vestiges out of like 20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Just-
So I will continue
Yeah,
my
just go on.
detective. I will actually say, is there any like physical indications as far as like marking stuff like that? Because it's like if some place was disturbed, like there's a difference between a place being disturbed like 1,000 years ago and like 100 years ago in my mind. So are there any like physical hints, like just slightly less dust in the room?
Okay.
make a survival check.
Oh, you got it. I'm great at that. No, I'm not.
I quickly look around.
Or
Wisdom.
if you
Well,
don't
I have a
survival.
+7. That's not bad. Okay, here we go.
24.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Wait, do you still have the? Oh, sorry. I thought it was a shield. No, nothing. Go on. Sorry.
No.
No, he
that's
does not. But when you poke around, you notice that one sarcophagus actually still has like a handprint on there where someone laid their hand.
Really?
You don't know how long ago this was.
I'll check that one. Put the hand.
All right. In this room, there's two. There are only two sarcophagi. One standing in the west and one standing in the east. The third one has been shattered. The third one to the north has been shattered in a way that suggests that whatever was inside broke out. But you saw this thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I figured.
So you put your hand on the one there, on the one with the handprint, and the dark voice speaks from within. It says, "Hello, Alexander Anderson. I am Kirad, the Star of Secrets.
What do you wish to know?
I'm seeking information. Who was the last
About-
person to speak to you?
Karat is just going to say, Karat's going to say, let's cut to the chase. Let's not dance around here, shall we? You want Silvanna Undershine. You want to find her.
I do.
You're going to have a hard time with that. She has hidden herself well. Neither gods nor mortals can divine her location. Not even I know where she is. But here's something that I think you'll be very interested to know. When she was in the Wandering Library, she was attacked by a fellow named Ivard the Black.
Avard the Black.
I'm sure you remember him. He ran the academy you sacked, trying to avenge Viral.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yes.
Clench my fist a little bit, remembering all that happened to Viral. Avenge who?
Sorry, I clicked wrong one. On channel.
Wait. What happened? They called up Avenge Fuel?
Nope.
Yeah, you went there to kill Sophia and keep her from harassing you. Yeah, to keep her from coming after you and to avenge what happened to you there. What she,
Yeah, remember when you went a little bit crazy?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So. Yeah, so that's what he's referring. That's what he's referencing. Kira says, You may not have thought about it for the past few thousand years, but Ivard has. He's been brooding on that. The destruction of the academy cost him a lot of knowledge. He's had to rebuild that slowly over the course of the past thousand or so years, and he has not forgiven or forgotten what you did.
Seems like I had an old enemy and I didn't even realize it.
Well, he apparently has decided to take it out on Silvanna. Starting with her, and then you, and then he's going to go hunting for Viral. That's why she created a Chardalon. She created him as a weapon, a living weapon to battle and kill Ivard.
I clench my fist, thinking about Avard, but also thinking, why didn't she come to me? Why didn't she tell me any of this? I could have helped, I could have done something.
Because she doesn't exactly hang out with the most savory company nowadays. The Nagpa are only some of the creatures that she counts among her followers. As effectively a god of outcasts, she attracts the outcast, the exiled. Many of them were exiled for terrible, terrible things. She works hard to keep them in line, but it's not always successful.
I kind of sigh for a little bit and just...
Silverthorn stands as a testimony to that, as you well know.
I think Alexander's being quiet, thinking about this. Yeah. And then he's saying, Silvanna has always been a bit hot-headed from time to time, quick to make rash decisions.
Silverthorn was not her fault, though. It was her
Silverthorn...
minions letting her pet dragon get out of control.
Silverthorn was not her fault, then I need to at least find the person responsible for this catastrophe.
That was a Chardalon. And where he's going, a god cannot follow. Ancient compact of the universe, don't you know? Keeps the balance of power between the gods.
Well, if the Chardalon is going where some place that I can't follow, what about the Nagpa?
What about the Nagpa? You wish to find them?
Yes. I believe they're a trail that I can follow.
Of course you do. The Nagpa, my friend, they... You know what they do, don't you? They harvest civilizations. You know how a shepherd herds sheep. They raise the sheep from a lamb, and then eventually they use the sheep for wool and for mutton. That's what civilizations are to the Nagpa. Mutton. They cannot learn from anything that isn't destroyed. So they raise civilizations. They goad the civilizations to learn, to strive to excel in fields of knowledge. And when they feel that their civilizations have reached critical mass, they cut them down and then harvest the knowledge from the ruins.
I just nod and I just say, so what you're saying is that Silverthorn's fate was probably something that they were planning a long, long time.
Perhaps. Then again, they always lose a few civilizations to natural disasters or dragon attacks. But like shepherds, they always expect to lose a few sheep.
These are people's lives we're talking about. They are much more important than sheep.
But then, isn't that how gods view their followers? Isn't that how you view yours? As sheep, bleeding sheep to be herded and protected until something can be extracted from them.
Alexander kind of stands up and says, I don't believe that in my followers. No, I've had to struggle with things in my past, and I've had to struggle a lot over the thousands of years I've been alive. And to be honest, my perspective on things have changed with age. I never wanted to ascend and live thousands of years. I wanted to rest. And maybe if I had rested, I could have died happy knowing, or at least believing, the fact that all the work, all the good that we accomplished was worth something. That would have made me happy.
It might be, it still might be, if you can find her.
Maybe it might. So my question is then, do you know the trail that I'm searching for of the Nagpa?
Kirat is silent for a moment and says, I do not, but I know how you can find it.
How so?
There's an ancient civilization. Long ago. A psychic civilization that once dominated a large portion of the world.
What was the name of this civilization?
It was called Talados.
Talados.
Yes, it was... It was dystopian, let's just put it like that. Psionics were used to monitor and control the populace, and it once dominated a large chunk of the world. But even that wasn't enough to save it from the Nagpa and their scheming. But the reason I bring it up is because the psychic beacon that they used to monitor their empire is still active. It still exists. If you were to find it, you were to use it, you could scan every kingdom at once, all around the world. And you can find one that the Nagpa have been hurting, a kingdom that specializes in arcane knowledge.
I could find the kingdom.
A kingdom on the verge of collapse. A kingdom that the Nagpa would want to pay a visit to.
I see. So I should go and search for this beacon.
You should.
Before I take the hand off, I do ask, I'm curious. I'm not disappointed in your generosity. I'm just curious, why do you help me with this? What do you gain from this?
Kirat says, think for a moment. Think about how you feel. Think about the horrible despair you felt. and then ask yourself, where did it go?
Oh, I see.
I get the same thing that every other vestige in this place gets. I get a taste of the darkness inside of you.
I'm just a walking meal then.
But let's be fair here. It's negative emotions that you really don't want to feel. Am I really taking anything of value from you?
Alexander does think for a moment. It's not that I don't want these emotions to stay. I know that these emotions make me what I am and who I am. So I think this conversation is going to be over with. And I take my hand off.
All right, take your hand off. Now you have a pretty solid lead to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go check up on my best buddy, my best buddy Chaos God, and see what she's been up to.
Yep. As you go up to the library, and you actually see Tiamat is in the library. She's just sitting in a chair, just reading. Very much like what a Nor femme fatale would look like if she was just sitting in a big armchair reading. Exithanther appears to be communicating with somebody telepathically, through like magic. And then he holds out his hand and a bag appears, and a bag that chinks as if it's full of money. And you just see the Ancient Lich just nod once with satisfaction and put the bag away inside of his robes.
Can I make an insight check as to what's going on over there?
Alright, make an insight check.
Alright. I am good with those as Saint Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Wow, I'm apparently not. With my plus 14.
Rip.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this was actually a bet of sorts, and that Exithanther won.
Alright. I will walk towards Tiamat, and I will just say, so, little bookworm, how are you enjoying your books?
When you call her bookworm, you see her hand just tightens on the armrest. Even though it's like a very subtle motion, it actually sends cracks through the armrest. But when she responded, it's a very even and measured response. She says, well, I was just reading up on this Talados civilization. A very fascinating civilization. It looks like it collapsed due to the Nagpa's influence. Perhaps there's something there, a clue that we could follow. I haven't finished yet, but maybe there's something there. What do you think?
I know that I just made an insight check on the Lich, but I'm actually curious as to why she crushed the edge of the table like that.
Make an insight check.
She's up to
Come on, plus 14, let's go.
14.
Okay,
14,
26. Better.
With that check, you know that she was reacting to being called bookworm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never refer to a dragon as a worm.
Well, Anderson does, because he don't give a fuck. I will just say, well, we have our lead. I've gotten some
what did you
information of
find?
my own.
Oh, what did you find?
Well, that civilization you seem interested in, Talados, may have something that we could use to, let's just say, locate the trail that we're looking for.
She smiles sweetly at you and shuts the book and says, well, then why are we still here? Let's go.
Well, I need to say goodbye to my friend, if you would allow me to.
Yeah, she says, while you're saying goodbye to him, tell him to tell me where the treasure's kept. Because I would like to take a little souvenir, let's just say, from this place.
Oh, well, that would be rude, Tiamat. He's our friend. We don't do that to our friends.
Don't patronize me, Alexander. Just don't. Alright, you might be old, but remember, I'm much older than you. Alright, have some respect for your elders, you little whippersnapper. And then she just does like the angry femme fatale stomp and goes out of the room.
I kind of smirk a little bit, and I walk over to...
Yeah, Alexander looks at you and says, "You guys are acting like an old married couple."
I agree.
Yep.
I just look at him and go, "No, don't call us that."
No, I know we're not. I know you're not. That's what this was. And he pulls out the bag of coins and just says, "I want to bet with Zast Tam over in Faerun. He bets that you and Tiamat would be a thing."
I just look at him and I'm like, the paladin of Bahamut would have a thing with Tiamat.
My friend,
That must have been
things have happened. Stranger
That
things
must
have
have-
happened in the world.
I just look at him and go, that must have been an easy bet to win then.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about a guy who saw a paladin of Lathander get it on with Shar. Alright, he saw that. A paladin who served a god of light got it on with a goddess of darkness. Alright, stranger things have happened in this world.
Yep.
And other worlds.
Fair point.
Fun facts: Tiamat's avatar, the Dark Lady, she can be really
Yeah.
attractive.
Well, you
fact.
saw
No.
the picture I put.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did absolutely.
If she wants to.
But
So.
I mean,
Yeah.
but from my Father Anderson's perspective, I don't trust this bitch at all. Period.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will ask him. So, what books was that she was? What were the ones that she was perusing?
He said, well, the first one she wanted to peruse was An Idiot's Guide to Making Money.
Nice.
Okay.
But I quietly reminded her that what she was here for, and suggested the book that she was reading.
The Talados book.
Actually, an encyclopedia on empires. She selected a letter completely at random.
Did she now?
Yes.
And those were the only books that she looked at.
Yes. And then he looks at the shelf again and he says, and I believe she took the first one with her.
Well, I doubt that's going to cause me any problems if she has that.
It's
you.
not. You're welcome. Now, let's shift the scene to the entrance of the Amber Temple. While Alexander is talking with Extanter, in the rain, there's a flash. And from that flash, Zazel steps forward.
Oh.
Oh boy! Oh god!
Zazel, my boy.
Oh boy!
So
He's walking with a couple of with about a dozen brand new friends.
I assume I know what I want, and the person I want is right over there.
Not quite.
Ooh, what do I
There's a
want?
hooded figure who looks like almost like one of the statues from in front of the temple that grace the front of the temple. Like a hooded figure. His hands would be folded in prayer, except for the fact that they're actually been bound together.
Okay.
And he looks at you, Zazel, and he says, "All right, Zazel. I think she's in there somewhere. If she's not, let me know. If she's not, here's a scroll of sending. Let me know if she's not in there. We have a few other places to check. If
All
there is
right.
anything in there, feel free to kill whatever you find. We really don't care."
Wait.
Do you really have to say that out loud? And I grab the scroll.
He says, "Well, we've worked with people in the past who their main thing was, we don't want to. This thing, we don't know if we should kill them. Oh, life is sacred. Wah, wah, wah.
This guy
you do
will probably die
realize-
first. Just saying.
You do realize you could have just told me this beforehand, but whatever. And I just
Yeah.
walk into the temple.
All right, get on with it, boy. I'm going back. We got other places to check. And he teleports out. And
Was he talking in
Alright.
front of Tiamat? Or
no, Tiamat, no. And he follows, Azazel, followed by his little posse, enters the Amber Temple into the main atrium. And when he looks down, he sees Tiamat storming out of the library. And his sense, he recognizes who and what she is. He realizes that this is Tiamat, but more importantly, he realizes that this is a god. It's not exactly Silvanna Undershine, but you know what? For an appetizer to the main course, it's not bad. Not bad.
And I immediately use my scroll of sending, and I just say, no need to check the other places. She's here.
Excellent.
And at this point, like, did I raise any alarms for Tiamat? Like, can I tell, like, she's
Tiamat-
wary?
Yeah, Tiamat saw you. She is. Yeah, Tiamat's seen you at this point. She is, like, wary. She does not know who you are, who these weird-looking people next to you are.
All right, I just look to them and I say, let's go over there, and I point towards where the library should be, or like, but in general, like, we're gonna walk like past Tiamat, and then that's when I attack,
All right.
like out of nowhere.
All right, make she watches you go out carefully, and but she's still expecting something from you.
Okay, yeah.
You don't, no advantage. Just make your attack roll against Tiamat's incredible AC.
Oh Jesus. Okay, let's go.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yep.
All right, you swing it at her, and like she literally just reaches up and grabs it because the 20's not enough to breach her AC.
appetizers.
Yeah, as she grabs it, like you notice that from behind her, like 5 spectral dragon heads, one for each of the chromatic dragons, appears. And she just looks at you, and a twisted smile appears on her lips. She says, "Oh, I've been waiting a long time to be able to do this."
Oh god.
And Alexander, you come from the library just in time to see this. You see
Alright.
a strange armored demon-looking fucker who swung a halberd at Tiamat, and she just literally had just caught it in her hand. She's just holding it in place. But there's a dozen of these monk-looking fuckers with her around that have surrounded him.
Surrounding her, right?
Surrounding her, yeah. They all seem to be like tied up in different ways. Like they've been wrapped up in chains, and they're all. 2 of them are holding heavy maces. The others are holding long swords, and they all look like they had their hands tied to the maces and to the swords, so they can't drop it. But they can't really
Release.
use them for fancy swordsmanship.
Release them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all like, wearing
I,
like gags and blindfolds, not like BDSM style, but like what was used to restrain prisoners.
I see that, and I just reach to my side and I pull out, creating this divine weapon. This pure radiant energy, and it takes the shape of the Holy Avenger. And
Oh, nice.
I just look at them, and then I look at Tiamat and go, "These friends you didn't tell me about?"
She looks at you and just says, "Come now, Alexander. They're food, not friends."
And I will say one warning, and I point the sword towards this group, and I say, "You get one chance to leave here alive. I wouldn't squander it if I were you."
Zazel, you recognize this man as Alexander Anderson, a friend of Silvanna's. If Alexander is here, Silvanna may not be far behind.
Well. And I just look towards Alexander and I say, "I didn't expect to see you here. this makes things very easy. And I assume like Tiamat's holding my halberd, right?
Yeah.
And like I would like just break off and like back off and then stand beside my companions. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Tiamat, you see her, she's just cracking her knuckles, just looking at you with a smile on her face. Literally licking her lips in anticipation.
All right. I just look to my posse and I just like I give a stare of you know what to do, and I ready my halberd.
All right, they are going to advance upon you, and I would like Robin to take control of Tiamat, so I can focus on running the rest of these guys.
All right.
And I would like to roll for initiative.
Yeah, all right. Initiative. Here we go. Alexander. Does Alexander still have advantage?
19.1.
I don't think he
does
does.
not.
All right, that's fair. That is fair.
Wait, Tiamat doesn't have any.
Well, I rolled a 6. That's about right.
Yeah.
All right, so Tiamat gets a 19.
Yep.
God damn.
Zazel gets a 17. Not bad. I expected gods to be rolling higher on the initiative order, but whatever. Now let me pull up these guys' stats. Where are you? My stats. Alright, that's the first one.
Man, I have a really strange feeling Tiamat's gonna fire breath us all to death.
Yeah, something damage with her fire breath, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
I literally saw her stats, alright?
Yeah, her stats.
She's insanely good.
Yep, it's crazy.
This
She
will
can
be
do
interesting.
reaction per turn.
I'm
Yes.
very curious what Zazel has in store for us. This will be interesting. I just have my Holy Avenger. You know what? This is also like, god damn it, I'm saving Tiamat.
Yeah, this is like you're saving your worst sworn enemy.
It's
type
like,
of moment. Yeah.
All right. So, Robin, you're now running Tiamat. You're not like role playing her, but you are running her for the combat.
All right. So I can't say anything. All right, cool. It's fine.
No, you can say what she does. I'm sorry if I'm not clear, but
No, it's fine. It's fine. I guess I'll just attack. I guess.
yeah, take your frustrations out on these guys.
Yeah. Let's see. So, on the first round, she can use. Let's see. Multi-attack.
So you can use frightful presence.
Frightful presence first. So everyone makes a save. Well, not Alexander.
I'm immune to being frightened.
Yeah, true.
These guys are not. Let's see here. Plus.
Okay, wisdom saving throw, right?
Yep.
Yeah, wisdom save.
I use my legendary resistance.
Ooh.
Good call.
Nice.
Hang on. I literally have like a dozen saves to work through. Yeah, it's gonna take me a moment.
You know what? Just make one collective save will be easier.
Well, I mean, he could do like he
Actually, you know what? I don't even know why I'm bothering. I just rolled maximum and I realized it's still not enough to beat her DC.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So
It's
they're all
26.
gonna just turn and
It's terrible.
Yeah, they all like you literally see one of them like just like
Yeah.
back off.
Yeah.
Like
They are frightened.
your posse is genuinely frightened of her.
Yeah.
And then one of the Hyra monks just holds up his mace, and it glows with violet light, and the light just arcs out and strikes each of the other 11.
Wait, what?
And then
Oh.
they shake their heads, and they
literally, and they shake their hands. Sorry, not hands, their heads, and they're no longer frightened.
They shake their
Tiamat.
hands. Hey!
They shake their heads.
They shake their bound hands with
Yeah.
their weapons at you, coaxing metallic-sounding noises out of it.
Alright.
I see.
Interesting.
I like that.
So-
I like that.
Yeah, these guys are extremely good at what they do. Now, I believe Tiamat has a couple other attacks
Yeah,
that she can do.
so claws.
That's a hit.
Against
tail, yeah.
Against who?
Against the monk first. Just like
Okay.
mauling down her way.
Maul the Hyro Monk.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Tiamat does all of them hit.
So
Tiamat doesn't even need to leave her space. She just simply holds out her hand, and these spectral images of her claws and tail appear.
Yeah.
And starts slicing them apart.
it has a range of
reason she's
15
not-
feet, so yeah.
Yeah, the reason she's not resorting to her dragon form is because there's just not enough room to change into it.
Or more like
And,
she
I mean,
wants to
there's
make
some-
the appearance. Either way.
Yeah. Plus, like, I mean, she's not strong enough, even if she was able, she's not strong enough to lift an entire mountain on her own.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. That's a lot of damage. It's 84 points of damage
Yep.
in one turn. But then you know what? This is Tiamat.
Yeah.
Why? All right. So Tiamat can move if she likes.
She's gonna whip out her spectral wings because she can fly, and then
Yes, she
fly up to about 120 feet away. Just like
All right. So she's literally just flying over their heads
Yeah.
and getting around to the other side of them.
just staying airborne, just ready to rain
Yeah.
down
Oh,
attacks.
damn.
Yeah.
So we weren't
Yeah.
able to get like an attack of opportunity because it's like 15 feet, right?
Yeah, nope, she stepped out of range. She stepped out of your weapon range, and then she flew up, and she's hovering over you right now on spectral dragon wings.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
she'll
that's your
be
turn,
giving
Tiamat.
out maniacal laughs, like a proper like evil character she should.
Yeah, she's more like, in her turn form, it's more like insane giggling.
Yes.
And it's like, she's like, come on, is that really the best you can do?
Let's
I honestly
make
thought
this
I was in actual
fun.
trouble there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have a
If she wanted to make
question.
it fun, if she
wait,
wanted to
sorry.
make it fun, she would have. Yeah. What's up?
This Tiamat started 30 feet within me, right?
Yeah.
Tiamat should make a wisdom saving throw, or else he's frightened by me.
Tiamat is immune to fear.
Yeah.
I'm immune to fear. Okay, so it didn't matter. All right.
Yep. No, so she's like literally hovering.
That's why
over you,
she's
just
giggling. That's why.
So she's she's literally saying to you, honestly, I thought I was in trouble there, but no. What are you guys doing? And she can't contain herself anymore. She's just giggling insanely. So is that Tiamat's turn?
Yep. I'll
At
be
the
on.
end
alright.
of Tiamat's turn, I'm gonna, now that she's in the air, I'm gonna burn
Yeah.
2 of my legendary actions. I'm gonna take Holy Avenger, swing it in the air, and then stab it into this ground, and this Earthshaker strike goes rippling across the ground.
Nice.
I need everybody to make strength saving throws or be knocked prone that's on the ground.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so Zazel, make a strength save.
All right. Whoa, I'm not proficient in strength saving throws. That's nice.
24, nice.
Ooh.
You failed it by 1.
Oh,
The DC
really?
25.
Wow.
Yeah, 25.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You're just
You
knocked
go
prone.
full-
I'm not
you're
prone.
prone. No damage. Yeah, the Bone brothers are also knocked prone. But as they go down, the other Hieromonk raises his own mace, and purple light streams out, this time striking Zazel as well. And all of them just, like, you're caught, like, mid-fall and then lifted back up onto your feet.
Oh, that fucking name.
I love these guys.
I got
These guys are endgame enemies, basically.
Yeah.
Zazel, it's time to go get some sweet revenge.
Yeah. How many people is on my side? How many bound brothers? How many bound hero monks?
10 bound brothers and 2 bound Hieromonks. The Hieromonks are the ones with the maces, the bound brothers are the ones with the swords.
Do any of them have any range capabilities? Because one is literally just flying.
120
Actually,
feet
yes.
away.
The Hieromonks the Hyrule monks have ranged spellcasting.
Alright, then I immediately... How far away is Alexander away from me?
He's about a good, I'll say about a good 20 feet away. You can easily reach him.
Alright. I tell all of my bound brothers, like, and hero monks,
Yeah.
I point towards Alexander, get him first. And I rush
Alright.
forward. And
Okay.
I'm gonna... I have so much stuff, I'm not too sure which one to use.
Something fun.
Okay, I'm gonna just attack him normal with a halberd, and I'm gonna use my one supremacy die.
Okay.
Okay.
Swing away, man. See if you can hit him. 22. Does that hit you, Alexander?
That does hit. My AC's 21.
Okay.
Alright.
So you take 37 slashing damage.
And I'm gonna use disarm. So make a DC 20 strength save.
Strength save? Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Whoops.
Nope. He knocks the greatsword out of your hand. How do you do it, Zazel?
Like, I have my halberd and like I strike him, and as he's attempting to guard, it was a feint, and then like I immediately switch the slash into hitting the sword itself really powerfully, and then to actually deal damage, once I hit the sword, I turn around 360 and then slash him again.
Nice. I think you get like 2 attacks.
Yeah, I get 2 attacks. And wait, 1d12 for damage.
Yeah, an extra
Or from
D12
supremacy
damage.
die.
An extra 4 damage. All right, just make your second attack.
Can I kick away the Holy Avenger?
You cannot, but a brown brother can do that on their turn.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna slash again.
All right.
Oh man, so many attacks.
30 is a
Oh,
hit.
boy.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna use another supremacy die, and this time I use Behold the Horror.
Okay.
What is that?
So I'm assuming I take another 37 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And
he
then
does
I'll
some
roll-
damage.
Fuck.
And you are subjected to... You are now frightened by me.
He's immune to fear.
Oh, okay.
I am immune.
Oh,
Yeah,
immune
he's
to fear,
immune to
God
fear.
damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a paladin, motherfucker. Peace.
Anyway,
Peace.
I slash at you, and I say, "Where's Silvanna?"
Ooh.
I just stare back at you. I will not let you touch her. I promise you that.
Alright, come on, Bound Brothers, let's rush this one dude.
Oh,
Let's
you
rush this
wait,
fucker.
Zazel, are you done?
He's done.
All right, legendary
nothing else to do.
actions.
Oh.
Oh
Okay,
boy, this is gonna be so fun. All right,
I
so
think so.
Tiamat is gonna fly. Well, let's say.
Tiamat can't fly. She's
Oh, sorry.
right
Yeah,
above
sorry.
melee.
But she got acid breath. I believe it's 120 feet.
Yeah, she can
Attack?
easily hit anything
Yes.
in this room.
So she's gonna use let's see, 120 feet, lightning breath, and
Nice.
everyone needs to make a
Not
dexterity
everyone.
save. Well,
She can use that to snipe one person of her
Alright.
choice.
so they're not in the same line. All right, cool.
No, they're not. They're spread out to try to avoid.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Then
attacks.
just snipe the monk, I guess. The leading.
Which one? The one you were.
Yeah, the one I was
The one you-
attacking before.
Alright, he is not making that dex save, I can already tell you. So you just snipe him. And you see him literally just turn into an. Yeah, he literally turns into this X-ray version of himself.
Nice.
And then his smoking remains just collapse onto the ground in a heap. Alright, so that is Zazel's turn, that is his turn. Now the Bound Brothers, they're like literally not reacting to this at all.
At
But they don't seem to
sorry,
care that.
I don't mean to cut you off, but at the end
Yo.
of Zazel's turn, I just want to take one legendary action and swing at him.
Okay,
With what?
weapon.
Oh, I don't have a sword. never
Yeah,
mind,
are you
never
picking
mind.
up your sword?
Yeah.
Can you count that
Next
as
turn.
well?
Actually, you know what I can do?
What?
I'm gonna use teleport
Oh,
right on top of my sword.
nice.
All right. So you literally just teleport on top of you, so you have your foot planted on there to keep them from kicking it away.
Yeah, essentially. That is mine.
All right. Now let's see what these Bound Brothers are gonna do.
What can you do, Alexander, as a legendary actions?
I've used all of them.
I think the best question is what can't he do?
Yeah. Maybe.
Actually, I know what he can do. He can, if he's really good with his rolls. If Zazel is very unlucky with his rolls, he can actually permanently blind Zazel.
There is something. There's a lot of things I can do, but it's gonna depend on what the Bound Brothers do.
Yeah.
All right, the Bound Brothers are actually, well, about 5 of them are actually going to mob you.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, so let me see here. So each one of them gets 2 attacks with their long swords. Okay, let me see here. And you have an AC of 21?
Yep, AC 21.
And this is 9, 10.
We get bamfed. Yeah, there's no way. 12 of them? We're gonna get bamfed.
Oh, man.
All right, no, 5 of them attacked you, so that's a total of 10 attacks, and 6 of the attacks hit.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna hurt you. You take a total of 84 slashing damage from their weapons.
Woo! Let's go, Bound Brothers!
Oh, man.
All right, the other ones are actually going to float up to Tiamat.
Well,
Like, they literally assume like this, they hold their swords in front of them like they're taking an oath and meditating, and then they float up to where she's flying.
120 feet? Wow.
Yeah. Yes, they look at you, Tiamat. Actually, what they're going to do, they can't really... Yeah, they can't actually attack. They have to use their action to dash.
Yep.
But they can use bonus action to kick you with their feet as unarmed attack.
Okay.
Hey, look at it like this. It's an honorable duel.
Yep.
Honorable duel.
Armor duel with foot.
Ganking this dude real hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Let's see what they can do against Tiamat. 1, 10 unarmed attacks. 1, 2, 3 of them actually hit,
All right.
and one of them's a crit.
Go for it.
Let's see here. Tiamat takes. This is gonna. Alright. Tiamat will take 2 and that, then crit. Tiamat takes a total of 56 bludgeoning damage.
56?
And I need her to make. Yeah, 56. It's magical damage.
Alright.
So her resistance can't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, she needs to make a constitution. She has to make 3 constitution saving throws.
What was
Which
that
she's very
for?
good at.
Just wondering. Because
I'm going
makes
to
stuff.
stun her.
Oh, she's
gonna
immune
be
to stun.
stunned. Oh, never
Yeah.
mind then.
That's why I'm asking, because she's immune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
She's
so
immune to
5
a lot
more.
of shit. Like,
Tiamat's a god.
yeah.
Also, plus she regains 30 hit points at the start of her turn.
Yep.
Jesus.
She's a god.
She's
What
a
did
god.
you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such a high level encounter.
I'm sure Zazel's,
In,
you know,
In
got
Rise
some
of
plans.
Tiamat,
Yeah.
you're level 15 when you face her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now the Bound Hieromonk, what he's actually going to do is he's going to raise his mace up and he's going to shout, "Rise! Rise! Rise!"
Ooh.
Oh god.
And the Bound Hieromonk that Tiamat roasted with her lightning breath is going to get back up.
Oh wait,
Her
the
splash
Bound
restored.
Brothers, they've done their turn?
Yeah. Yes.
Before the one yelling rise, rise, rise. Again, with lightning breath.
You're gonna snipe him?
Well,
Alright.
this time I can hit more than one, I believe. Because
Yes, you
there are
can,
already
actually.
a few in front of me. So yeah.
Yeah, 10 feet wide and 120 feet long. You can easily
Yep.
hit 2 of them.
No,
Alright.
just kidding. Yeah, so yeah, the spectral
Make,
form shoots
roll
out
60.
breath of lightning. Yeah.
Nice. Roll 16d10 for me.
16 d10.
Jesus, 160 max damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
96. It's even higher than
96.
average. Holy shit.
Yes, that's why I wanted you to roll. Alright, okay, so now the Bound Brothers, they have a special kind of evasion.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to actually get past
Yeah,
it, but they
probably dexterity.
but they are but they're still hit. They still take a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you only have one legendary action left.
Yeah. This turn. Like, she can... Legendary action regenerates every start of... Yeah.
At the start of each of her turns.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's not worried.
Yeah.
Okay, meanwhile, the other Bound Hieromarch has stood up. And what he's going to do... He is going to slam his mace into the ground.
Ooh.
And he is going to cast Earthquake.
Oh, no. Oh,
God.
damn it.
Alright.
Alright, so let's see. Nobody's doing concentration. So that's... let's see here. Zazel, you feel the ground starting to shake, and you realize that the structure is starting to collapse. Like, the temple is starting to collapse. There's literally chunks of amber are falling from the ceiling. So I need you to make a dexterity save.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm assuming me as well.
Yes, you too, Alex.
I'm gonna use a legendary resistance.
Okay, so you guys are able to... So Zazel's able to step aside, and he sees Alexander get buried under the rubble. But before he can feel too happy, there's like this light shining out from inside the cracks, and Alexander stands up and literally blows the rubble off of him
Wow.
with just the force of his divine will.
So, how much damage? Half damage, or...?
None, it's not magical damage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It would have pinned you, though.
Oh, it would have pinned me. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And left you easy prey for Zazel, but no. Alright. So, at the end of... Alright, then the Bound Hieromarch ended his turn. Tiamat, anything you want to do?
Oh, no. The breath took... Oh, wait. I can use bite, actually.
You have one more. You can use bite.
Yeah,
Tiamat
I'm
gets
gonna use
5
bite.
actions each round.
Why not? I'm gonna use
Alright.
bite.
Okay. Now,
Yep.
making it... Alright, that's a hit.
Yeah, one target takes... Let's see how
Alright,
much
just
damage.
click it. You take
Yeah.
26 piercing plus 17,
I
and then take the
believe...
extra damage.
You know what? Let's make it cold damage.
Alright,
Because-
let's make this happen.
Yes.
Alright, so you literally like rip the lower half of the legs off of one of the Bound Brothers floating up next to you. But he's not dead, even though he's bleeding all
Yeah.
over the ground.
Can
He
I...
just looks at
Yeah.
legs and then looks back at you and just he gives like this little shrug.
Can I say Tiamat just licks her lips? Just like, yo.
Yeah, she licks her lips and you can actually see like the spectral head actually swallow
Yeah.
the legs and they vanish. Right, that's the Hieromarch's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Anderson, you can kick your sword back up into your hand and no action to you.
Cool, I'm gonna kick my sword back up into my hand. How far am I away from the monks? Sorry, no, the spell casting monks.
You can easily reach them.
No, but I actually want to know how far away they are from me. Like, this is actually gonna be...
Like you're about a good, they're about 25 feet.
Fuck. If they have...
What do you do? What do you do, Alexander?
Fuck. If they have counterspell, I am absolutely fucked.
Can you
I'm
cast
thinking.
spells or...
I can, that's not the problem. The problem is that I'm gonna get fucked up. So, I am going to, fuck. And
Heal
there's,
yourself.
I can't move. I can't move, right?
You can heal yourself. I
It's
guess.
not
can
gonna
move.
be enough. I can move? Okay.
Yeah,
Can
you
I
can
move?
Now remember, you can cast any paladin spell on
Yeah.
yourself at 5th level. at the highest possible level for a paladin.
Oh wait, I got my oath spells. Okay,
Yeah.
so I know what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
First, to not get out of a attack of opportunity, I'm going to Misty Step as a bonus action.
Nice.
Out of the range of the monks,
Smart.
as far away from the spell casting monks as possible.
Okay. Done.
And how far away am I? Out of 60 feet?
Misty
Yes.
Steps. How far
Misty
does
Step is 30, but you're 55 feet from the spellcasters.
Oh.
Okay, but I can still move, so I can move
Yeah.
even farther. I need to get out of
Exactly.
60 feet. Okay.
Exactly. You can press yourself up against a wall if you like.
Okay, I want to get as far away as possible from those spellcasters. Okay,
Alright.
so I'm going to move away from the spellcasters. Seeing how Tiamat is not even being phased by this, I'm going to say, well, you think you have things handled here for the moment? I'll be right back. And I'm going to dimension door 500 feet outside.
Nice.
Nice.
Just ditch her.
Yeah, just like
I'm
bye.
I'm going to be like, you got this!
Zazel,
I'll be
you see
right
your
back.
prey- Yeah, you see your prey just bamf out of there.
Come on, man.
Listen, I'm playing this smart. I know you could down me in 2 more hits. So
Oh, jeez. Okay. So
that's
he
why I
bamfs
did
out.
that. So
Alright,
I
is that your
vamped
turn?
out at the moment. Yep, that's the because that was my bonus action, my action, and yeah, that's my movement. So that's everything. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, Extanther is actually going to step out of the library and chuck Dispel Magic onto the earthquake.
Ooh.
And he dispels it. All the monks just in eerie unison just turn to look at him.
Uh-oh.
And he's glaring at at what's going on. He's glaring at everyone. You see him Tiamat sees him crack his skeletal knuckles and he says, okay, which one of you wants to die first?
Oh god.
A lich in the battlefield. Oh man.
Yeah, he's looking and he looks at you, Zazel, and he says, what about you, young man? Would you like to feed my phylactery?
That's the
I'm far
scariest
from
thing
being
one
young.
can hear from a lich.
You're young to me.
And you look dead to me.
I've been
Oh
dead for a
snap.
long time, boy. And he is going to cast Meteor Swarm.
Oh God! I'm glad I left.
I need Hazel to make a dexterity save.
Christ.
Because he is just this guy. He doesn't really care if you guys decided to attack him.
Yeah, this is
Oh
no
god, I hate
joke.
that.
This is
Yeah,
no
he
joke.
wouldn't care if you guys attacked like Alexander or Tiamat, but the fact that your boys are wrecking his home,
Yeah.
he's done here. He's done fucking.
He's
with
the
you guys.
librarian. No one disturbs the library. That's the rule.
Yeah, be quiet in the library. All right. So are you gonna use legendary saves, Zazel?
You probably.
Will I make a legendary?
Will you?
Oh wait, no, I won't.
Wait, what? Okay.
I won't.
I know why. I know why.
Yeah, I know exactly why he won't. However, this is not the usual meteor swarm.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
no.
might
This
want to
one does cold
reconsider.
damage
but-
instead of fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. That
No!
was my.
I want to change my mind. I want to use it.
Because I thought it was fire. So if it wasn't fire,
No.
then
It's not. Okay, so you're gonna use it?
yeah, I'm gonna use my last legendary resistance.
Okay. Alright, so it's on just cold because Extanther lives in the freaking Ember Temple. So I
Yep.
felt it would fit. Alright.
Yeah, I think.
Figures.
So let me see here. So he takes 36 bludgeoning damage
Ooh. Okay.
and 29 cold damage. His monk buddies, however, his Hyrule monks and the bound brothers on the floor, however, are flattened. They're just like utterly crushed.
Damn.
And he looks at you, Zazel, and he says, "Leave now."
Alright. Wait. Are we still doing this in initiative, right?
Yeah, it's still initiative round.
Yeah, he walked
Yeah,
out. He
yeah.
was given a free action. So now,
It's now Tiamat's turn.
well, let me add him to the initiative first. Yeah, first it's Tiamat's turn.
Yep.
First he gets 15, and then it's your move. The Hieromonks are dead, so the Bound Brothers don't have their support. Tiamat, you have 5 Bound Brothers surrounding you. What would you like to do?
Before she starts, can she just say to Exander, just like, so, ever consider to work for the Queen of Dragons? Throwing out job offering. That's all I'm doing.
Exander, here's Tiamat give the offering. He says, I have exactly what I want right here.
What if I can
but I will
offer
have to
you
turn you
more?
down.
Yeah.
What
That's
can
what
you
you do.
offer me that I don't already have?
More knowledge? More books?
It says people pay that to me if they want to peruse my library. You did it for free because you are a god and deserving of respect.
Well, just throwing it out.
Zazel's like watching these two talk to each other,
Like,
as his brothers
yeah.
of monks are getting flattened by
Yeah.
cold meteor swarms.
And completely seeing him
would you like to
as,
do?
you know. But anyway, she's gonna use Frightful Presence, like always. Oh, before she regenerates 30 hit points, just saying. Yep, and Frightful
I know
Presence.
she does. So she succeeds. They're afraid of her now.
Yep. And 5 of them, you say. Let's see.
Yeah, 5 of them. Also, Zazel, I need you to. Are you immune to fear?
I already succeeded with my legendary resistance, and I'm immune to Tiamat's
right.
fear fight for 24 hours.
Got it.
I think
So
they
he doesn't have to make the save anymore.
do. They also are they also immune to them?
No,
Oh
they're not.
shit,
Yep,
that's
because-
right. No, but
wait.
They're not.
But they,
no, but
they-
but no. This is
Yeah.
a distinction. Because remember how the monks? Oh wait, no, the they didn't succeed, but the other monk cast a spell to cure the
Like
monk.
cure the
Yeah.
effect, so they still
They
fail.
killed the effect.
Okay.
They still failed the save, so they're still frightened.
Oh.
Okay,
see.
so that's a good distinction to make.
All right.
All
By
right,
the
so
way,
what do you do?
by the way, can Diama make a intelligence or checks to see if they are fiends? They have fiendish nature.
Tiamat can make an Arcana check. Yes.
All right, cool. She doesn't have. Oh, she does have Arcana. All right, she's gonna
She
do
has
it.
like 26.
So 27.
No. Never mind. 27. Yeah, they're humanoids.
Okay, so they don't appear to have fiendish nature. Okay, cool.
No.
Just saying.
But Tiamat can also cast Divine Word if she wants to start to try to take a chunk of these guys out.
Yeah, but they have to be like, you know, have fewer
Very low hit
HPs.
points.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you know what? Fine, totally fine. She can claw her way out. 2 claws. Tails.
And tail.
Oh, sorry. The last one, ignore that. It's just 3. 2 claws and 1 tail.
Okay. What are the damages?
Let's see. Let's give it a look.
Okay. Second claw.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right. Yeah, basically, you Zazel, you check on your boys that are floating up there, and you see her Tiamat literally tear 2 of them apart.
How many do I have left?
3.
Oh man.
3.
Yeah, this shit is not going as planned.
Yep.
Damn it, I'm gonna have a. If we make this out alive, I'm gonna really smack that Terrio monk who just did Earthquake.
Well, remember,
You know what? The monk that monk was the guy who was sassing you earlier. He was the one who cast Earthquake.
Well,
I believe so.
well, he's dead.
Yeah, he's totally
Oh.
dead.
Yeah, they got crushed by the meteor swarm. But Zazel, remember,
Yeah.
you actually received a blessing from Ivard.
Yeah.
This shit has clearly hit the fan here, so you can
Yeah.
just cast teleport and bail out
Yep.
right now.
That
leave these
is
guys to
very.
Tiamat.
That is very much true.
Well, with
Alright.
Exander, who knows?
Is it? Is it my turn?
Well, Tiamat's
Tiamat,
done.
are you done?
Like, it's done.
Okay, then yes.
She's just
It's
remaining
your
there.
turn.
Okay, I know the teleport spell, right? And I can teleport to a specific object. So can I teleport to Alexander's Holy Avenger?
Oh, interesting.
Yes, you can.
Interesting.
So Alexander, you're there, you're panting, and then Zazel uses his action to teleport out of the temple right next to you in the rain and slush.
Yep. Wait, just a quick question. This is a viable
Yeah.
question because Exeter is there. He's a lich,
Yeah.
and he definitely knows spells. Will
He
he?
does not have counterspell.
Oh,
He does
okay.
not have counterspell.
Will he do
Okay,
counter?
Good to know.
All right, cool. Good to know.
No, because
Okay.
the reason none of these mages in these flashbacks have counterspells is because I want this to be like myth and legend battles, not like have, oh, I just want to flatten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, that ruins my
Alright.
plan a little bit.
I don't have any
Use
actions.
his action
Yeah,
to teleport,
yeah.
so he cannot do anything. Plus, it was a one-time deal. He's stuck here. If Alexander or Tiamat takes him down, he's down.
Oops.
Oh, it was a one-time thing. Okay,
Yep.
you know what? I'm not going back. I'm not going back on my word. I'm just gonna look
No.
at Alexander and actually, I am gonna just say something. I'm gonna say, do I know that Alexander's home was Silverthorn?
You do.
And I say, why do you still try to protect the god that destroyed your home?
I look at him. That is my decision to make. It is my judgment onto her that I will bring. You are not a one to judge or to decide. And
Although I may
told-
not, yeah.
Sorry,
And I
what
say,
you
I may not be the one to judge, but don't you hear their voices? The ones that died? What did you do?
I look at him and I say, I will never not hear their voices in my heart and in my mind. But I promise you that I will make up for this. I'll make up for all of their pain and all of their suffering. But I will not let you take me down!
And I take my halberd, I swing it and get ready, and I say, and if you make it up, all you will hear is their silence.
Alright.
Nice. Is that your turn, Zazel?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, at the end of your turn, I'm gonna use a legendary action to swing at you.
Okay.
Alright,
25.
That's a hit.
that's a hit.
20
20
points
slash 22 radius.
Alright.
Nice. All right, so that's it for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh,
Exithander is going. Okay. Does Tiamat have anything she
yep.
wants to do?
fire breath. Everyone around her in a 90-foot cone. Ta-da! Oh, she's so powerful.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So she is just. Let me see here. Roll 2066 for me, please.
All right. 26, d6. Ooh, 1 point more.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
All right. So that's not enough to actually bring down the remaining Bound
Yeah.
Brothers, but they are. But it does hurt them.
Yeah. They're
It
badly
does hurt them
burned.
badly.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, Exithander, on his move, first thing he's going to do is reveal his greatest secret to all of you. He has 2 9th level spell slots. And he's going to burn one of. He's going to burn his second one to cast Time Stop.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
delayed blast fireball! Yay!
Delayed Blast Fireball plus Ring of Death.
Ooh, that's amazing.
So a double whammy to blow up the remaining monks. And the remaining Bound Brothers have been slain. Zazel doesn't notice or even, I guess, care
Yeah.
that his remaining boys have been
Yeah.
wiped out.
They are disposable.
Yeah, they're disposable, and they know they're disposable. They don't care either. All right, so that's Eggsy's turn. Alex, you got any legendary actions you want to take?
I'm just gonna take another swing at Azazel. Or,
Alright.
yeah, or sorry, Zazel. Yep.
Zays.
Yep.
Nice.
Swing at him.
22.
That's another hit.
Ooh, that hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, 15
nice.
and 21. That was a lot of
36.
ones on the
Yeah.
damage.
15 plus 21, that is 36.
All right, so that is Eggsy's turn. And now, Alexander, you are up.
Up, up, up.
We're gonna go bigger. We're gonna hope.
5th level smites on your sword, by the way.
I know. Yeah,
But
that's
depends.
probably gonna be the
What do you want to do?
That's probably gonna be the only way I'm gonna get out of this.
Oh, you can cast Holy Weapon, I believe. It's a 5th level spell.
No,
It's
I
an
know
action though.
Oh, okay.
I need a bonus action because I have to take everything at this.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
taking
do
that.
a different smite, but realistically, if I banish him with my banishing smite, that's the best chance I got.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to my blade, hold on to it tightly, and I'm going to take 2 swings at him after I cast the banishing smite
Alright,
Alright.
to cast at 5th level.
at 5th level. So
Which plane
I'm gonna
do
take
you banish?
1 swing,
Interesting.
24,
That hits. Oof.
and then I'm gonna add 5d10 points of radiant damage.
I am not gonna survive this. I'm just saying right now.
Alright.
So wait, let me calculate this. Hold on, no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Okay. So
17 plus 29, then plus 39.
Yeah, it's 39 total. Sorry, the final one is 39. So 30, 40, 46 plus 39, 70, 85. 85 total.
Okay, Okay, yeah. I'm still up.
Alright.
You're still up? Are you
Yeah.
under 50 though? Are you under 50?
I'm under 50.
You are banished.
Then you're banished.
Yep.
You are banished back to Gehenna.
Oh, yeah, he's banished to his homeland. Home plane. Holy shit.
So
But he's still
So
alive.
Zazel, with a screech of rage, just banished back.
It's a fiery place, right?
Yeah, there's a nice pool of lava you can jump in and heal yourself there.
Yeah, that's what I want. I jump in and heal.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
We're not out of the woods yet, but that's
Alright.
a start.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I'm
while
just-
he's healing up, Tiamat and Exothanter emerge from the temple.
Yep.
Okay, it's not gonna end well for Zazel, but you know what? It's okay.
Alright, so Exothanter's going to look at... He's in the... I'd say he doesn't really need, he doesn't need to make any spells or checks to realize what you just did, Alexander, so he's going to look at you and say, I think you might want to get out of here now.
I think that is a good call, and I will just say, let's get out of here, Tiamat.
Next time,
Tiamat.
respect your elders. That's what Tiamat said.
I will start. If I have a turn, I'm gonna start healing touch myself. Boosh, boosh,
Alright,
boosh.
Push.
Yeah, keep going. You guys, you're basically running from the temple, just healing up.
Yeah, that's my plan.
And then, alright, after 60 seconds pass, the Banishing Smite ends and Zazel appears ready for round 2.
But no one's
But
there.
no one's there.
Nobody's there. It's just rain that's turning back into snow. As he's looking around, he's like, where are I going? Where's everyone? As he's looking around, you see a group of floating like 6 flame skulls floating in a semicircle.
Yeah,
And
it's
on the other side is Exhander. He's looking at you. And he's looking at you. He's got murder in his eyes.
Yes.
all right.
Your soul will be my feast.
He's like, yeah, he's got. So, let us draw the curtain across this.
The
It's on
screen
curtain.
fades black.
Yeah, the screen. Yeah, it's actually more. It's more like the music is crescendo as Azazel
Yeah.
realizes just how eternally fucked he is. And then the
You know
screen
what?
just-
He's been fucked before. He can make it out of this one.
He'll bounce back.
He'll bounce back, yeah. And then, but like I said, let us smash cut to a castle. It's not the soaring Gothic edifices that Silverthorn once had. It's more like an English castle. It's squat. It's defendable, and a couple of figures are inside. We're going to go to like an office of sorts in there, with the old oil portraits hanging from the walls, bookshelves.
bookshelves are lining the walls. They have books on all conceivable topics. Many of the books are spread out across the desk with next to reports and papers with very official-looking seals on them. 3 figures, Manacle, Candence, and Roberta are there, talking with the Baron Dario Lovelace.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright.
would you like to introduce the B team to us?
Well, anyone could go first. Go ahead.
Yes, Candace, go first.
Oh, wait, me? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you said
can go
anyone
first.
can go first.
All right.
That sounded
We
like
choose you.
volunteering to me.
All right, so Cadence, he is like, his appearance looks a little like slender than normal elves, but he's taller. He's about 1.95 meters, and his skin, though like slightly paler than normal elves, it's still in a how should I put this? In a pale pink-like state. So not exactly what you would imagine seeing a Shadakai, but that's how he looks. And with green eyes and white hair, he's currently just because they're having conversation with the Baron, so he is paying much attention. And unlike his normal self, which you can tell by his dressing, he doesn't wear armor, but instead he has a set of clothes that is dark, but it's kind of like ragged dark, like ragged on the side, and it just feels like he's this kind of heavy metal music lover or of sort, with like spikes and
Nice.
Nice. Metals around his stuff. Yeah, and there are several tattoos around his necks, kind of emitting like faint arcanish light. Yeah, and he is paying very much attention. And that's it. That's it for Cadence.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, standing next to him is this more paler, well, not as pale, but pale-skinned woman. Long purple hair tied into a ponytail. She's wearing studded leather armor, but underneath what appears to be almost like a trench coat, like a soldier's trench coat. She has like a green sort of hat with a reddish band on it. She is a half-elf. And she has sort of like a 1,000-yard stare on her, and she's also listening attentively. She does have 2 things on her. On her back, with a harness, is this massive, heavy crossbow that has these sort of like engravings on it, and at the handle there is actually a pointed spike on it, just a single pointed spike that has a little bit of blood stain on it.
Nice.
And on her side is a much more elegant and smaller, well put together weapon. It has sort of mix of bluish and steel kind of materials, and it just has a very faint glow to it, and it's a hand crossbow.
Ooh.
And she's staring intently. She's listening. She's definitely a little bit more quiet. She's definitely quiet. She's a little bit more reserved. But you guys all know that she definitely was a soldier through and through.
Yeah.
And that is Roberta.
Nice.
All right. Actually, Manaka is just gonna probably be standing behind both of you because he doesn't want really to be seen. He's wearing a white cloak, and under that white cloak is a very ornate-looking leather armor. Like, it's very well kept and very organized, and that's like his overall appearance. The way he carries his own weapons are very organized, like where it properly should be. Very textbook. But closer inspection, you see on his side, he has 2 rapiers, but they have been. It looks like they're very well kept. They're not been drawn.
Okay.
It's very clean. There's no stains of blood or anything. And then off to his right side, there's a flute hanging off the belt. And you see he's paying attention, but it's not as intently. It's more soft in it. Like, his eyes are more soft. His stance is not very like of a fighter. Like, he's not stiff. He's very 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 just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right. Okay, so, and Dario is saying, "Oh, I've been going through these reports and books all day. That's why I've called you here, because I'm finding bloody nothing." And he just slams his fist on the desk in frustration. Says, "You know what's been happening recently. There's this weird cult-like religious movement. They call themselves the Outsiders. They've been moving to the northern and eastern parts of our territory. Fuckers, they have all the hallmarks of a cult, but every time we investigate, every time we send something to check them out, they always come out clean. Just a fringe cook religious movement. But I know there's something. My gut is telling me that there's something wrong, and my gut is never wrong. There's something suspicious about it. But then I thought perhaps I'm going about this the wrong way. That's why I brought you three here."
Yeah.
What do you need?
We kind of continues to listen. Well, me anyway.
Yeah.
Roberta, if you want to
Yeah,
say
you just-
something, go ahead.
I just say to Dario, what are you suggesting? What do you think we should do?
He says, "Well, I'm suggesting actually something of a, I don't know, how would you put this, like an espionage, like spy movement, like a little spy thing. You know what I'm saying? I want you three to disguise yourselves. We've learned where the next place that they've shown up is. We'd like you to disguise yourself, not be connected to the Lovelaces in any way. I want you to go there, insinuate yourself among the townspeople. You're just travelers, basically. I mean, what with the recent orc problems that we've been having, no one's going to really question that you're armed. They might question your cleanness, though, Manakil. You might want to change that a little."
So you see, very, unconfidently, Mana just, leans to the left so that he can be seen. He's like,
Yeah.
there's no fighting, yeah?
It's just, hopefully no, but if you get jumped by orcs or something, and I'm sending you to the reach, so we know there's trolls there. So if you get jumped, you might have to fight.
And you see, he breathes a sigh of relief where he's not going to be sent in to fight. He understands that he needs to fight monsters, but he doesn't want to kill people. So he's like,
yeah. So
I do look at Mako and say, the best scenario, we get what information we need and we get out.
yeah.
I doubt
Yes. That sounds great, yeah.
It's really that simple, but you're going to have to do some fighting before the end is out.
Well,
Unfortunately,
don't worry, I'm
that's
more than prepared for that, and I just kind of cock
I know
my
that.
heavy crossbow.
So it's just, yes, I know you're ready for that, Roberta. I've seen you fight. It says, but you know about the reach, right? And he explains, the reach is right around here on our map.
Nice.
I'm gonna put it right about here.
Let's see it.
It's it's right about there. It's where the Lovelace is made. It's where the Lovelace is actually like they grow things. That's where they get their food from the sodden fields. The reach is largely swamp, but somehow they're still able to grow food out there. The reach in the past, for a long time in the past, was abused by the soldiers and adventurers working for the Lovelaces for years and years. So they don't have a very high level of trust for the Lovelaces, which is probably the reason Dario told you guys are going there undercover. Something else you know about the Reach is that a certain woman named Pasca Rose comes from there, and she is wanted dead or alive. But anyone who tries to apprehend her should use extreme caution, because she is extremely dangerous.
All right. Pasca Rose.
You remember her, right?
Yeah.
The
woman who sounds like
headhunter's
Darth.
descendant.
Yeah, the headhunter's daughter. I
Yep,
believe.
so there's only one known settlement. There's only one settlement called Kalstead. It's located near the mountains.
So that's probably the best place to start. It's a small, fortified town of about 2,000 brave and soaking wet souls.
All right, good to know.
Nice.
All right. Also, you guys are rough. Actually, where's my drawing tool? You guys are actually roughly around here.
Yeah. The
Lovelace have an enormous. The Lovelaces have an enormous territory to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, good to...
Darius going to say, so if there's anything you need like horses or something, because I'll be more than happy to get some for you.
We would
probably
definitely
need
need
some
them.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely.
All right, I'll get you some riding horses. Just be careful if something happens to them, like an ogre decides to eat them, you're going to be walking the rest of the way.
I just look at him and I say, "Don't worry, things don't surprise me anymore."
Darius is just going to look at you and he's going to say, you should be careful what you say there, lass. You never know who's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yet karma and fate have a funny way of working things out.
No matter what,
I look,
we'll face
sorry,
it
yeah.
with our great uprising attitude. Whatever. Yeah. You just see cadences.
You may find that the Reachers are a little less than upbeat cadence.
I'm sure
Don't
they'll
worry.
be swayed by my music. Well, by my pal's music and my elegant stance.
If there's no more questions, get going. I don't know what these outsiders are going to do, but like I said, my gut's telling me it's not good.
We
We'll
nod.
make
They act like
Yeah.
they're supposed to act like a cult, but they don't. They're not a cult. Like the hell, what is going on here? What is fucked up with the world nowadays? He just starts muttering to himself.
Yeah.
right.
All right.
That's probably our cue, and we take the cue.
Yeah, that is your cue to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few minutes.
First thing. Sorry, yeah.
I was gonna say just like about 30 minutes. It's gonna be about 30 minutes until you get your horses and you're ready to go.
All right, Mana, can you? I walk over. Mana, can you come here for a second?
Okay. Then he just like follows you, looking very frightened, because like he knows about you. So
All right. I just walk over with an intimidating, my intimidating stare, the one in the profile picture.
Oh man.
I need you, just gonna need you to stand still for a second.
okay.
I'm gonna like, grab some dirt off the ground. I'm gonna rub it on his face.
Oh.
We're gonna have to make you a little bit more presentable to the Reach. And, I know it's not exactly pleasant, but I can tell you from experience, you get used to it.
Like he's just stunned, like he doesn't know what to say. But then, like ultimately, after a few seconds, like, oh, okay.
And I just
Nice.
I pat him on the head, and then I go for my horse.
All right, you guys got your horses and you are on your way
Yep.
across the frozen. Well, not exactly frozen. But still across the hard-packed ground. It's if it helps. Imagine like if you ever seen Game of Thrones, imagine kind of like the kingdom ruled by the House Stark.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
There's very few trees and forests. Unlike the Starks, though, they actually have a monster problem up here.
Mm-hmm.
Every so often, you pass by every like couple hours, so you pass by a farmstead. It's either been one that's been smashed, destroyed, or burned to the ground, or it's a farmstead that's been heavily fortified with trees, rocks, furniture, anything that the farmers could get their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Lovelaces did try to break the back of the orc tribes some time ago, and they succeeded for the most part, but isolated groups are still running around causing trouble.
Yeah.
Plus there are other monsters doing shit.
Yeah.
And on top of all of that,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say, on top of all of that is the whole outsider nonsense.
Yeah.
It's
This cult.
Yeah.
it's
the
a
cults.
cult, but like Darius said, they're not subversive in the traditional sense. They seem to get along quite nicely, and every investigation of them has come up clean. Like, they don't fleece the inhabitants of any settlement they come across. They don't preach rebellion against the Lovelaces. They don't even try to convert people from other religions. They're a very tolerant bunch, which is why he is so concerned. These people, they do not behave like they should be behaving.
Yeah.
They're not. They're
not
cult,
cults.
but they're not.
They're
There's
cults,
something
I
different.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is not happy with this. He's not happy. He wants you to figure out what these outsiders are up to.
All right.
So, is there anything you talk about as you're galloping along?
Well, I will probably be asking the two. Yeah, I know we've been working along for quite some time, but well, this is always our time to talk a little bit more. Anything up in your guys' mind about the mission? About anything?
I get Roberta's kind of looking at Mana, like she's being quiet and looking at Mana.
And then like you see, Mana hasn't really taken off the dirt from his face. Like it's the exact same way he left it, and he didn't even wash it off. He's just like,
Oh man.
Yeah.
he's scared because he feels like if he takes it off, you're gonna even just put it back, but even worse. So, Mana just says, well, I am from the Arkwright family, so if you've heard of them before, they're
You have. They're warriors who work for the Lovelaces.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
yeah, that's my family.
All right. So you are the only son.
The youngest.
Okay.
Unlike my
youngest of
siblings,
three.
I'm not that good at fighting. So yeah.
You are considered young in your race, right? Sorry, I wasn't too sure about.
Oh,
You.
I'm
By the
only
way,
human.
sorry. Yeah. By the way, Manico is human, right?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying. Yeah. Just so. I'm
Yeah,
not too sure about
I'm the
you.
youngest.
Okay.
I'm only 18, so yeah, I'm very young.
About as young as me. Well, elf age considered. Well, you never talk about why you went on this journey. I mean, there must be something to drive you down this road.
Well, the Arkrights are under Lovelace, and we've been called to serve. So the rest of my siblings are off somewhere, and I'm with you guys.
All right, serving for families. I appreciate that. That's a
Yeah.
fine quality. After all, they're all you can count on. Well, that and your comrades.
Yeah, I love my family, so I would do this for them.
Nice. Yeah, so, you are a bard, so care to tell how you guys weave magic into your songs? I mean, don't get me wrong, we have our own ways, but just maybe comparing notes would shed some light, onto how to cast more efficiently.
Well, from what I was taught, the way we cast magic is through music. It's our instrument. Yeah, our instrument, and I guess catalyst for magic. And it's a talent. Like you've surpassed just normal notes. You make those notes magical.
Interesting. You see, blade song
for-
is an entirely different thing. We do weave magic into the blades, but the notes are coming from how we weave it. It's like an intricate symphony. But from what you describe, it's more like a spontaneous, display of raw ideas. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, like if I play a joyful song, I can probably cast light, or if something a bit more tricky with like notes going up and down repeatedly and not knowing what's the pattern, I could cast minor illusion.
That sounds interesting. usually I tend to use blade to draw the arcane symbols, and then draw the magic from the weave, and then carve my special spells. Like I said, we tend to place them discreetly instead of display of like just pure emotions. Yeah, that is interesting.
That sounds nice. Yeah. And then he just like looks off to the side and he's like it's very evident. Like, what else do I say?
Yeah, Cadence.
Roberta will actually cut in and say, "It's a blessing to take your magic and use it in that way, to be able to find a pure source like that."
Well,
is it
hard work for me? I'm not the talented kind, but Mana seems like a really talented fella. Well,
no. I'm not really. Compared to my siblings, they're way better.
Either way, it's a talent to behold. Yeah. How about you, Roberta?
Hold on to that. Oh, okay. You say that.
Yeah.
My powers come from something else.
Yeah, I've seen that in combat. What's that aura you're emitting? I mean, is that an aura? Is that even an aura? I'm not even sure. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Roberta does get a little bit more quiet and says, let's just say I get my magic from a different source, and it is a darker source.
Sort of like warlocks? Don't get me wrong, I've seen multiple... Well, you guys know I come from the Shadowfell, so... Speaking of dark source, nothing can be darker than dark magic. And, the ancient gods and whatnot. I'm sure
Roberta, like, when you start talking about that, Roberta does get much more quiet. And she says, all you need to know is that my magic comes from a darker source. You don't need to know any more than that.
Mana just says very in a low volume, but you can still hear it, and it's like very unconfident. It's like, well, it's not really. I think it's not the source, but rather what you use it for, right?
Well, that is true. I've seen guild members who's well trained in dark arts transform that kind of art into improving life. That's what they are doing in Ravegna, and they have done a wonderful job performing that. So, no matter your source, I trust you. You can put it into good use.
I do look
at this point. I would like all of you to actually make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's too early to get into a fight. Mana can't do crap.
I'm excited.
Just declaring,
Perception?
I have the alert feat, so no matter what, I can't be surprised. Just saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And I rolled a 9. Thank God I declared that. That's why I declared that.
I have advantage.
Wow,
okay.
That's funny.
I have advantage on perception checks, but mana, holy shit.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Roberta, your turn. Whoops.
13.
13.
Okay. That's actually good enough. Roberta and Mana. Roberta notices subtle motion from behind a nearby hill, enough to alert her to the fact that there might be something there, something not friendly. Mana notices that they are heavily armored and they have a giant ogre with them with a humongous crossbow. So, and thanks to the alert feat, none of you are surprised when a crossbow bolt the size of a javelin smashes into the ground in front of you.
Ooh.
Guys, ogres!
Grinds into it. It grinds into the ground, sending up dirt and dust into the air. And when it settles and you get your horses under control, standing in the road is a hobgoblin with a large great sword, wearing half plate, and he's got a cocky smile on his face. Then you notice on the hill there are 2 more hobgoblins armed with flails and a large ogre that's armed with an enormous crossbow. It's basically just a ballista that they ripped off of some stand.
The ogre is trying to reload while the hobgoblins are hitting him with the butt end of their flails. And the hobgoblin on the road with the greatsword, he just says, Right then, listen up, guys. Got a little question for you. You got anything valuable on you? Because if you would, I would be more than happy to relieve you of that. You know, these are dangerous roads and all. You don't know who else is out there. You don't know what kind of bandits and stuff are out there trying to find people loaded with valuables. So, like I said, I'll take them from you just for safekeeping. Yeah, so
I look at the hobgoblin. I look at the hobgoblin and say, "Oh, I do have something valuable," and I just point Jaeger. These bolts are worth quite a bit of money, and I'm.
Whoa! Wait!
Oh, too late.
Watson,
Uh,
you're gonna attack him?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna attack him.
Make the
Oh
attack roll.
god. Okay.
All right.
Manos, I got the background. Wait! And then you just shoot it.
yeah.
27. That's a hit.
I'm gonna
And
activate
I
Blaze
lit my weapon.
Just
I
like-
lit my weapon. So that's 7 points of damage.
All right, so you shoot him.
Damn, activating Blaze on. Ding ding.
All right, and he just shakes his head as the what is Jaeger? Is like a gun? I'm sorry.
Jaeger is
Crossbow.
a heavy crossbow.
Yep.
Okay, and crossbow. So the bolt just sticks out of him. He looks at it. He's like, right, guess we're doing this the hard way. All right, lads, let's get him. And I'd like you to
Damn.
roll for initiative. Let's test these new characters out in combat.
All right.
Let's see how they do.
Oh god, utility board.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
By the way, I have Sword of Warning, so if it's on my person, I have advantage on initiative.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, you and I both have warning weapons. Awesome.
That's
Hey!
Nice.
All right. So
Nice.
advantage.
Ooh, nice.
All right, 16 for
Wow,
me.
both 21.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, now let me see.
Even with a +9, I still get the lowest. Damn.
You're totally talented. Roberta,
You're
Roberta's
so
like, yeah, with
talented.
your 28 in perception.
Yeah.
I'm not talented. It's like that kid that reviewed for 10 minutes. I'm gonna fail, guys, and then he passed the test.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna need that, so just put it in good use.
Let's see how goblins cut this. Yeah, hobgoblins are about 50 feet away from you. Hobgoblin captain is about 30 feet away from you.
Mhm.
And the angry and tall, dark, and gruesome is also about 50 feet away from you.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, Manico, what do you do?
I'm, as you know, I'm not exactly the combat bard, so I'm gonna look at the guy with the giant crossbow, and I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Nice.
Right.
Intelligence save.
So you can also with the big ass.
Big ass phantasmal force.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying the big giant ogre. He needs to make up. All right. What's the DC?
Intelligence saving
16.
All right, 16. Yeah, there's no way he was making that. All right,
I was gonna
he
say.
botched it. The ogre just completely botches his save. What are you making him see?
Like from behind him, he feels a very like ominous fog that's behind him, and then as he looks around, he sees like this just like intangible fog around him, like with this very sharp like white eyes, and then it goes to suffocate him around him.
Nice.
What are you talking about? Stop that! Stop that once! Stop flailing around! Let the crossbow and shoot them, damn it!
Yes.
Is that your turn?
And then I mutter to myself, "I'm sorry."
Nice.
Oh wait, not as sorry as you're gonna be, lad. Get your face over here. Let's see how it looks with my sword in it. Is that your turn?
Okay.
No.
Can I back off like 30 feet?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
You can
Oh,
urge him
by the
to
way,
attack
you are on the
maybe.
horse, So the horse.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys are all
Actually, I
still
don't
on
want to get
horses.
Yeah.
too far away. I
We-
just want to be
we-
far away
we-
enough that.
I'm assuming we all got off our horses. 'Cause
No, you
we had
didn't.
to- Oh, we're not? Okay, good to know.
But
Yeah,
we
Alright.
can ride
Control
further
horses.
with our horses. Like horses
Yes.
travel
Yeah.
faster. So
Okay.
I want to be far away enough that I can still cast spells, but like I'm far away enough that they can't engage me in melee.
60 feet then. Then put
Yeah.
Cadence and Roberta between you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn
yeah.
it! I
Okay.
shouldn't be in the front line. Damn. Just saying.
You're a blade singer.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's your turn, Mana.
Yep.
Alright. Roberta.
All right, I am going to aim at. Yeah, let's aim at the captain.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire twice because I have crossbow expert. I can fire a loading weapon twice.
Okay.
So shot number 1, 23.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
8 plus
Nice.
13 points. Actually, you guys will see when I lit my weapon, I took my palm of my hand, I jammed it into that spike, and there's this little bit of cold aura emanating from my heavy crossbow. And that's what's making
Okay,
me
nice.
damage.
Alright,
And
so what's your
I'm-
second attack?
let's see. I'm gonna fire again with Jaeger. Yeah, it's gonna miss.
13. No, that bounces off of his half plate.
Okay.
Figured as much.
Shit.
I'm gonna move backwards and continue the kite, just my
Yeah.
movement,
Yeah,
and I'm just
he's-
gonna get into my crouched position and get ready to fire at whoever is coming towards me.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you bitch, that hurt. Right, you guys get that ogre under control and start shooting at these fuckers. What's he doing up there? I think he's having a seizure, sir. I think he's having another seizure. Right, of course he's having a seizure right about now. Of course he would.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, he's having a seizure.
That's,
That's the
uh,
best
that's my
line I've ever
turn.
heard.
That's my turn, so I'm done.
Okay, Cadence, what do you do?
All right. So they are. How are the distance? Sorry, I'm still not having the map. So, in front of
You're
us,
about,
30 feet
You're
away.
about 20. Yeah, you're about 30 feet away from the captain and 50 feet away from the ogre and the other two hobgoblins.
Okay, but the captain is the one with melee weapons, right?
And the other two hobgoblins have flails that they use to try to beat the ogre up.
Okay. So they all have
Yeah.
melee. That's nice. And
The ogre is the only one with any ranged capacity.
well, I still have firebolt if I want to. I don't really
Okay.
need to get into melee if I don't want to. So I'm gonna ride a horse about 40 feet away from them. Just so that they'll have to dash in order to get to me. And then I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast firebolt. Ding ding. Onto the
no.
captain. Well, it's a 6.
That's it?
Not the best. That's it. That's it for me.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's it. And the captain is just like, why? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why are you picking on me?
Well, you're the closest one, so.
Why?
You shouldn't have talked shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk shit. Alright.
Okay.
That's about it for me.
Alright, so that is your turn. So what the captain's going to do, first thing he's going to just walk 10 feet up to Roberta to put her in range. And he's going to reach behind him and pull out a javelin from a pack that was hidden behind his back.
Ooh.
And it's like, right, you think you can do that? Think you can just shoot me or whatever and just get away with it? Think again!
Javelin.
He's going to huck his javelin at you. What is Roberta's AC?
It is 16.
That's a 10. That does not hit.
Good.
Just sidestep.
Good.
Yep. And it just hits the earth right next to you.
As it hits the earth next to me, I just take my foot and slam it and break it in two.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just looking at us like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course they're not kidding me. Right, get that ogre under control.
I love the British accent guy. Just like
So the
amazing.
hobgoblins they're gonna just lay off beating the ogre. They're gonna pull out longbows and shoot Cadence with them.
Oh man.
Alright.
This is
What is Cadence's AC?
21. I activated Blaze
Jesus.
Song the moment our
the fight
dear
started.
Roberta shoots out her crossbow.
Yeah, okay, that's
I
not
declare
hitting
that.
anything. Yeah, one of them rolled a natural 1, the other one rolled a 2.
Nice.
So that's not hitting anything. So the ogre, in the meantime, he needs to make his attack. He's surrounded by fog, by creepy fog, and they're going to order him to shoot just randomly into the fog.
Attack
going
the
to
fog!
Attack the
He's
fog.
going to attack Roberta with disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, it does not hit you. Roberta, you see, like, right next to you, like, the crossbow bullet just whistles right past you. Alright, Mana, what do you do?
Mana, our dear boy.
Justin!
Mana,
He's
you ran
so
away. Sorry.
afraid. He runs
Sorry,
away.
I'm so afraid. Like I don't know what to do. And I'm just thinking right now. On my turn, by the way, the bolter takes 1d6 of damage.
Ooh, right.
Roll 1d6.
Has move first.
Probably like I don't know what damage would be like suffocating be.
Like choking?
Well, technically it's psychic
Yeah, it's
because
psychic.
it's in your mind.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it would
psychic,
be
but it
psychic.
perceives the damage as appropriate. So yeah, I'll just roll 1d6.
Yeah.
So there's 5 psychic damage,
Nice.
and I'm gonna. Okay, Roberta's against the captain, right?
That's
About
seems to be picking on the captain today.
Mhm.
yeah. Hold on. Is the There's a second guy, right? Where is he?
The second and third guys are about 50 feet away from you. Well, probably at this point, like, you moved back, what? How many feet? 30 feet last time?
Yeah,
So 80
Yeah,
feet.
they're 80 feet from you now. You're 60
80
feet from the
feet from
cap. Yeah, you're 60 feet from the captain and 80 feet from the rest of them.
Yeah. Wait, I think horses can move.
Horses can move a very large
Yeah, like
distance.
200 or
Alright.
300
I
feet.
don't want to make it hard for these two to finish off the captain, so I move in 20 feet with my horse. I look at the hobgoblin off to the side. I get my flute and I start playing a very, very like erratic tune, and I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, nice.
Is Dissonant Whispers a concentration?
It's not. It's
Oh,
it
it's a
has no
damaging spell.
concentration.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it is.
So they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. That is good. That is so good.
What's the DC?
16.
He rolled a 17.
Oh, okay, it makes it. So does it take half damage on a? Yeah, it only takes 3 psychic damage then.
Yeah, it takes half damage.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
3 psychic, and I move 20 feet away, and I say,
Yeah.
"The hobgoblin is still gonna fight, guys."
Yeah, the hobgoblin was just like, stop it, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out right now, get out.
That's my turn.
All right.
I just cock my gun
Cha-ching.
and I just go, here, let me fix that hit of yours, and I'm gonna go fire at it with Jaeger.
I knew it.
Are you? I'm sorry. So, Mana, you were attacking the captain or one of the other goblins?
The cat.
The other hobgoblin.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So Roberta's gonna attack who?
I'm attacking the captain still.
The one in front.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, captain's just like, oh, come on, get your shit together. All right. So that's a hit.
There we go.
All right.
That's it.
How would you like to finish him?
Ooh, nice.
I don't like him talking, so I just want the bolt to go straight into his mouth as he's about to shout something back at us.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks at you and says, all right, that's for you. And then, like, the bolt just flies right through and embeds itself in his mouth. And he just stops for the totters and then falls face first onto the ground.
Nice.
Funny, I thought he'd put up more of a fight than that. And I'm gonna turn towards the one that got whispered and fire at him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. That's a
Second
hit.
strike. Ooh.
Oh, full damage.
Full
Wow, that's
damage.
That's full damage.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice. How would you like to
this-
hit him?
This one, since he's holding his head trying to get the whispers out, I wanted to go straight for the forehead.
Nice.
All right, yeah. Yeah, he's actually like hitting himself on the forehead, so you literally pin his hand to his forehead. He
Yes.
keels over backwards.
And I'm just gonna. I'll stay where I am, and just stay in like a soldier crouched position with my heavy crossbow, and I'll end my turn.
Right. Cadence, as your turn comes up, the remaining hobgoblin sees what happened, and he shouts like, right, we give, I give. All right, you just let us go. I won't do anything to you anymore. I promise. I'll get tiny here. You end whatever you did to him. I'll handle this. All right, just stop. Just let me go. All right.
I look at my friends. What do you guys say? We let them live.
If they don't wanna fight, then we don't have to fight, right?
That is something. Roberta?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You can incite him if you want to see if you believe him.
I want to incite him, yeah. See if he's full of shit or not.
I'm waiting for my team, so I'm not
Me too.
doing judgments.
All right, with your insight check, Roberta. Like when he's like waving his hands around, just saying that he doesn't want to do it anymore. First thing is you think that this guy, he's being a little honest. He's being honest. He does not want to do this anymore. They were just hoping for an easy win. He doesn't want to fight anymore.
Right.
Second thing you notice though is that he has he's wearing a surcoat with an insignia on it. And you recognize this as a mercenary company that was hired by that was actually hired by the Lovelaces to help with their little orc problem.
Oh, the orcs killed them, probably. Or at least loot the dead body.
I look at him and I'll walk a little bit slowly towards him. Where exactly did you get that armor?
So I was assigned to it when I was born to the regiment. I was.
Do I think that's bullshit or
That's
not? Do I
total
think
bullshit.
he killed somebody?
That is total bullshit.
You can make a second insight check.
Alright, I will. And I'm just walking closer towards him as I do this.
Yeah.
14.
All right. With that, you don't think he's lying to you, because hobgoblins are known to. They live in basically martial groups, and they are known to. They're known to copulate in when they're not at war, and they give birth when they're born basically in armed camps, and they're taught to be soldiers.
Right, okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'll move up really nice and close to him at this point.
Yeah, the ogre is still just like flailing around, so you gotta be careful.
Oh, I'm being very careful. I'm gonna walk up to him, stare him straight in the eye, and say, "You're lucky that some of my comrades are looking to find a way to not kill you. Because if it were just me, things would be very, very different. So I would not squander this opportunity that we are giving you."
Yeah, I won't. Trust me, I won't. But look, if at any point you need like soldiers, you got like you got like the coin for it or anything, you can always hire us. All right.
I'm going to as he says that, I grab Moon Trigger and I just point it underneath his neck in an intimidating fashion.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Nice.
11.
He's threatened a little more by the weapon than he is by you.
That's fair. I'm just saying to him, I want to make this very, very clear. I don't want to see you or your friends ever again.
Can Mana go a bit nearer?
I can't really guarantee that. We go to a lot of different places, but I'll do my best to avoid you. All right, like I said, I'm out of here. Just end whatever you did to Tiny. I'll take him. I'll get him away from here.
Can Mana go a bit closer and just say something quick?
Yeah, sure.
He's just gonna say, please don't try to do this anymore. I mean, it's very dangerous. You can die.
Yeah, sure.
Other
Absolutely.
people die. Can I roll perception for this? Persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold on. Let's check something. Okay.
Okay. Yep. You do it. You have a few
Nice.
advantage. And that's
Nice.
a nice one. Yeah, he's like, right, yep. Look, honestly, like I said, don't want to do it anymore. It was a captain's idea. We just followed along because you know what? That's what he said, and it whatever. Look, just stop. Just end Tiny Caesar for me, please. All right, I'll get him out of
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. And then he ends Phantasmal Force.
Yeah, they're always like, what happened?
I'm sorry.
Where's the phone? And also, you called me. And then the Paladin was like, nope, you stop that right now. We're not fighting. We're going home. Come on, you stop it. No, don't take that shit on my. For fuck's sake.
I put Moon Trigger. I put Moon Trigger back into my holster.
This is the best show for so long.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you see him just like beating the ogre with his flail,
Yeah.
telling him to get moving. But yeah, Roberta does it. They are mercenaries. They probably do have a camp around here somewhere in the plains. So if you ever do need hobgoblin mercenaries, you could always go out and hire a bunch.
Yeah.
That's something that we will totally do.
Totally.
Huh.
I just kind of wait for them to leave.
Yeah, you sit
Yeah.
wait until they're a little far, wait for a few minutes. They're far enough away on the horizon.
All right. So we got our roads clear again. I gently, kind of do a sheath thing. I did, when I activate Blaze on, it was, slightly, draw, not fully drawn, the short sword I have, but now I just gently, just put it back to sheath. And then end the
Oh,
humming.
okay. That ended well.
Yeah, that ended quite nicely.
Oh,
That was some
we
nice
tried
shot,
to do it.
Roberta. And some awesome intimidation. Gotta recommend.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll be on our way.
I will say this as I get on my horse. I knew Mana would have liked the chance for them to leave with their lives.
thank you. I appreciate it. And he just looks off to the side, a bit embarrassed because he knows that you are really adjusting to him, and he feels a bit guilty for it, but he appreciates it either way.
Nice.
I just want to make this clear, Mana. If we do find them attacking anybody again, I will be killing them all.
Okay then. He doesn't really object, but he looks a bit dejected. But he gets on his horse and
Yeah.
just gets ready.
All right.
Nice.
All right, yeah, my horse.
So first,
Yeah.
first thing we need to do is the experience points.
Yeah.
Probably not much. We negotiated instead of killing off them. Well, if negotiation count as experience, then
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
weird
each of you gets 450 experience.
nice.
Hey, there we go.
So
Yep.
450.
total of 6,950 at this point.
Okay. All right.
Ding. That's where we're at.
Nice.
All right. A couple days of travel later.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You
couple
end
of
up-
days. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna take us a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Takes you a while. You don't run into any more hobgoblin bandits, but
Okay.
you do pass the usual burned out or fortified farmstead. Occasional copse of trees, lots of hills. Always to the south, you can see the mountains, and on the other side lie the ruins of the kingdom of Silverthorn.
Nice. The mountains.
as you get-
How high and wide are they? Are they small hills that you can
They're pretty
easily
damn
traverse?
high.
Okay.
Yeah, these are proper winter mountains.
Okay.
Yeah, these are mountains like
barrage kind of mountains, just blocking everything, unless
Yeah.
there are natural chasms you
Yeah.
can walk through.
they're basically walls of granite.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. You heard the tales that Silverthorn was actually carved into the side of one of these mountains.
Yeah,
But-
we actually
really-
talk about that along the way.
Yeah, but
Alright.
you've never actually seen it for yourself. every so often you come to crossroads and you keep following the signs that lead to the reach. And at every one of those crossroads, the closer you get, the more of these you see. You see tattered posters depicting Pasca's face and the faces of the people she broke out of prison to help her.
Ooh.
There's a huge bounty, something like 5,000 gold on her head.
Wow.
Ooh. Whoa.
It says that anybody approaching her should be careful because she is armed and dangerous.
Well, true.
And so are her companions.
She is powerful.
Do
no
I
doubt.
see one of those posters?
Yes, you do. You see them.
Like
I will
wanted
take-
poster,
I will-
right?
I will take
Yeah.
one of the wanted posters. I'll take it.
All right. Nice.
All right. As you get closer to the reach, you notice that the ground underfoot starts actually becoming squishier and softer, and the trees start growing thicker. But they're not like not like pine trees or anything. They're like willow trees, and they're more like bloated. They look less like they have bark and more like they have flesh. Eventually, the path just becomes a single narrow road winding through large sodden stretches of grassland. Every so often, the trees here, the farms there, you can see them. They're actually built on stilts above the water. The people, when they move through the water, they're actually walking on stilts and using long poles to
Yeah.
to tend their crops.
Nice.
Nice.
They all
I
have
see.
they're all wearing like these heavy cloaks to help to
Traverse.
keep the moisture out.
Yeah.
It's very damp here, and it absolutely reeks. It's like I said, it's a swamp.
Yeah.
As the trees get thicker and thicker, you can start to see like why the outsiders would come here. This place, you could hide an army in these swamps, and no one would notice.
Nice.
Oh, just for description, Mana has re-put like every day the dirt that
yes.
like he would wash it off when he
Yeah.
sleeps, but he reapplies it when he wakes up.
Yes.
Roberta nods.
Yeah.
Roberta nods.
Cadence will be like, "Don't worry, there are places have worse smell than this." Yeah.
Really?
Alright,
Okay.
Yeah. Like
After about a
we
week.
constantly smell death and decay in Shadowfell, so yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
After about a week's worth of travel, you finally arrive at the walls of Kulstead.
Ooh, nice.
And that's where we'll stop. That's where we'll stop for the night.
All right.
Yay.
This will be interesting.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about the B team so far?
I love
like
the B
it.
team.
Yeah.
I love the
B-team's
B
cool.
team.
B-team's
B
cool.
team is good at range.
Yeah.
B-team, well,
is-
that's well. Listen,
There's
listen,
no
Cadence.
frontliners.
You're gonna be the tank with your AC of 21.
Well, that only lasts for 1 minute. Let's face it.
Yeah, you're gonna be the tank.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can be near you with my AC of 16, but I'm like. It's gonna be interesting. I'm very curious how it fights, but that was a really clutch
Yeah.
play on. That was a really clutch play by you, Justin.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Phantasmal.
Yeah. Fantastic.
yeah.
Amazing.
That was a smart
You're-
play.
Yeah.
Use the intelligence save on the idiot.
On the
dumb
dummies.
ogre.
Yeah.
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 It was fairly obvious he seemed like the idiot.
Yes, ogres. What do you expect? But yeah, that's really well played. Amazing.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of possibilities,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited
Yeah.
for like role play opportunities, especially with like Mana, considering
Mm-hmm.
that he's a pacifist and I'm a soldier.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see.
And yes, in case you haven't figured it out, with the foreshadowing, Pasca will be making her triumphant return.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. She's a tough
I'm very
one.
excited for that.
Yeah.
Watch as he meets up with the B team. Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real
Be
fun.
real fun. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys gonna die like you lived. White fishes.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
almost
white
forgot
fishes.
how pleasant she sounds. Like just.
Yeah, her voice.
Yeah, but guess what? It's a regional accent.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah.
Everyone in the reach sounds like her.
Yes.
Sounds like her.
Oh my
Amazing.
god, that would be amazing.
Amazing.
Like,
Amazing. Oh god. But yeah, no, I like that. I also I'm not gonna lie, with the Alex Father Anderson fight, if I hadn't have left, Zazel would have totally annihilated me. I was at like 80 HP. Like 2 swings from a Zazel would have been enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would
So,
have.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to come from him. The monks, they're
well, that was the thing. I was looking at the battlefield and I was like, okay, I can take a couple hits, but then after the monks hit me for all that damage, I was like,
that was.
if I stay, I'm gonna go down, and I'm sure,
Tiamat.
I'm sure Tiamat will be able to handle this,
Yeah.
but I don't want her to be alone.
Oh god, I have a feeling Zazel's either dead or really
No,
injured
he'll
for a
probably
while.
make a comeback. I have faith in
I
him.
don't know.
He's gonna make a comeback. He's gonna make a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These monks, the monks that he was with, those guys are actually related to the story with the A-Team, believe it or not.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they are end-game enemies. In case you haven't figured it out. Like, they can
I'm a
stun
bit
you at will.
I have
Yeah.
my suspicions. Damn, those guys are hard. Especially monks. They hit like terribly hard.
Monks and
trained.
monks with stunning strike, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, by the way, I had this prepared, and Kelbi will get this too.
Ooh.
You know how monks' unarmed attacks count as magical weapons?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they can, like the Kensei can make their weapons magical.
Mm-hmm.
They count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance
Yes.
and immunity to non-magical damage, but they're otherwise not magical.
Yeah.
That means anti-magic field cannot negate
Yeah,
their
that's
magic
true.
their magic stuff.
Yeah.
So this goes, that goes for Kelbi as well.
Yeah.
So just so you know, if you ever get anti-magic field, and you just gotta push Kelbi up to the front line and say, "Okay, Kelbi, go slap them."
All right, Kelbi, you go get him.
Yeah,
I
you
will
got
say
this.
this is that like Roberta rolled really well for her stats overall versus Kelbi.
That is
But
true.
Kelbi's getting there. He's getting upgraded. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was a really awesome session, guys.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's amazing.
Speaking of, what's the A-Team gonna do next time? I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder.
We are currently. What's our state? I'm just curious.
You're
Like-
currently recovering at Tensor's place.
Yeah, but it was like, what's our next step? Because we never actually discussed where we're going.
Interestingly enough, like we did the mini quest with Fluffy.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
the next one, the only other thing that I think is still in the air is that does Sal still have bad beef with the
Even if he has
Asylum?
he still has the beef, but it's like
Oh,
he is well aware he can't do it just now. The mind flayers will annihilate
He might,
him.
so he's aware that we may have to deal with that on a later date.
Well,
Yeah.
he now has Fluffy and Robin in his debt.
Yeah. True.
So
But like
he can ask them to help him out.
yeah, and just so you guys know, Sal will be doing like a search of soul kind of, and he will try to reach out to the Rovnia in order to find if Lathander is maybe a viable option. Just maybe. Yeah.
He's checking, he's checking different stores,
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like, can I throw my resume here if that's possible?
Can I drop it off?
Yeah, can I just put it here?
How's your provider service?
Yeah. How's your salary going on? I want to check
Yeah,
my
come
insurance policies.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, but that's what he
Yeah,
will
it's gonna
be
be-
doing. Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
Well,
I just like playing. I like playing intimidating characters. They're always so fun to play.
yeah. Wait, so
Man, after playing like 2 smooth talking dudes, it's quite fun to just play a very timid dude.
Yeah, playing a timid dude is great.
that is great. By the way, Roberta, how's Blood Hunter on stat? Is she doing like charisma based, like dex and charisma?
I don't know.
No, just out of character.
You may learn more about Roberta's stats, but right now her cold weapon, her chosen weapon, like right damage is cold. So hopefully we don't have to fight anything that deals cold damage. Although I do have a blood curse that can fix that problem.
Okay.
Well, it's just blood curse of the marked. It doubles my right damage, and it can go through resistance.
Nice.
So if I'm fighting something that's like resistant to cold damage, I can amplify it
and just amplify
the mark and just pass through it. Yeah,
nice.
Which is very useful.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still wondering what the heck is Fylo and Vil doing.
Yeah.
Vil. I think we all know Fylo is on the search with his daughter, but Vil is the one I'm curious because we haven't played his part yet. Last time we checked, he's totally dead. Died of old age. But who knows?
Yeah. But I got some plans that I'm not too sure Falcon will agree with, but I have plans.
Well, let's hear those plans.
Yeah, I won't.
All right. Cool.
All right,
guys. I gotta go get some sleep. But great session. I'll talk to you later.
Good game.
Great session.
Good game. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye-bye.
Bye.